Welcome back, everybody, to the West Coast Flagrancy Podcast. If you're surprised to see us together, that's because we made this bitch happen, right? We're here. We're queer. We got this.
Nope.
We got this fancy desk. We got all of our fancy little trinkets and stuff. Gave it a little bit of flair. Obviously, we have an ugly background. It's not ugly. It's just flat.
It's ugly.
You think it's ugly? Yeah. It's a little bit ugly. We were gonna put something up, but he didn't want to get any tapestries or anything. I wanted to get like a black curtain or something so that we could all what would it be? It'd be shadowless. That's true. Yeah, it would be shadowless. But yeah, it's exciting to finally be here. Now we'll eventually start paying some bills once we get some more traction going. Right? We can finally get.
We're gonna start paying bills.
I'm gonna be paying the bills.
What do you mean?
After we get somebody to sponsor us, right? That's the whole point.
But they're not giving us bills; they're giving us money.
No, we're gonna pay some bills. Is what I'm saying. Eventually.
You mean like fines?
Bills.
Oh,
yeah, like
fuck
actual
that.
bills. Yeah.
That's your goal? You want to pay fines?
No. That's not.
To be in debt.
To be in debt.
The American dream.
The opposite.
Yeah, no, that's funny. Yeah. But how you doing, Rick? It's good to see you. You're in town on the west side. So.
You done?
I'm sorry, I didn't want to get in trouble.
Horrible.
He's doing it again.
That is horrible.
Yeah, go.
It kind of sucks.
Does it?
Yeah. With all these restrictions, I mean, now, what is it starting? It already started, the curfew, right? Starting today?
Yesterday, right?
Was it yesterday?
It started the moment the holiday season started. It's basically what it was, yeah.
What is it, 10 to 6, right?
10 to 6?
Yeah, 10 p.m. to
10
6
p.m. to 6 a.m., yeah.
What did you think? In the day?
No, it just sounds so stupid to me that we have a curfew. It's like, what are we, in high school?
No, but we are in California.
Yeah. We are in California. In the middle of a pandemic.
And everybody knows that the later it gets, the stronger the virus becomes.
No, yeah, it's true. It's kind of like in Blade. You know how at night all the vampires come out?
Wait, did we talk about that last time? Did we say the same thing?
What?
It's stronger at night. Like the later the night
is, it's like
the more powerful COVID becomes.
Yes, I think so, yeah.
It's like
Gremlin, right?
Gremlin, vampire.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what that is? Is that what happens with gremlins? They get stronger.
Because I think you feed them after a certain hour.
Yeah, you don't feed them after 9.
Yeah,
something like that.
That sounds like my ex-girlfriend.
All right.
No, yeah, it's funny. Have you guys heard this term called dark winter? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Dark winter?
Dark winter.
It sounds depressing.
See, that's good that you guys have not heard of that, because that's like a buzzword. The idea that the coronavirus is going to be so much stronger.
What's a buzzword?
Dark winter.
No, that is a buzzword. What is a buzzword?
What does buzzword mean?
Oh, it's kind of like a word that gets thrown around a lot amongst like the masses when they hear it referred to something that's like popular in the moment. Mm-hmm. So a buzzword would be like what would be like a buzzword? I don't know, like something you hear on the news or something that they're saying, like, or they're coining, right? Dark winter is just the buzzword for...
Oh, you mean like the office of the president-elect?
The office of the president.
I didn't mean to do that, but...
Is that a buzzword? I don't know. No, it's the idea that like it's gonna, because Corona is like coming back. Apparently it never left.
Yeah, it didn't leave.
Yeah, it's like it just decided to kick back and be like, oh, it's wintertime, time to get back into the grind of getting people sick. I've made it this far. I don't feel sick, and I haven't had any symptoms, but who knows?
Maybe asymptomatic.
I remember thinking though, like in the beginning of the year, I honestly was very paranoid. I was like, fuck, if I get sick, this is gonna suck, right?
I'm honestly surprised you made it this far.
I
thought you were going to be one of the first few cases.
Exactly. I think it might be the fact that like I hardly shower, so it's a lot easier for my body to fight off infections and shit. And like when I was a kid, I fucking hated taking medicine, bro. Like I just didn't like it. Or what is it? The syrup? Like,
cough syrup. Yeah, I hated it. Oh my god.
That. Like it felt like I was being tortured when they were forcing me to take it.
Dude, yeah, my mom would be like, if I was sick and like I'd have to take it in the kitchen, she'd like stand there and watch me. And first I would like not take it for such a long time. She would just go in the living room and like watch TV or whatever, and I'd still be sitting in the fucking kitchen like waiting. Yeah. And she'd be like, "You're not fucking leaving until you drink that shit."
Yeah, dude. Oh man, like, it used to be the grape flavor. Oh, God.
Anything, dude. No, cherry.
Cherry.
And that ruins
really
all cherry flavored candy.
Everything is just it's just too strong. Oh, I do actually prefer the grape one. Yeah.
all of them.
No, my buddy is like addicted to ZQL. Are you guys familiar with that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he like because he's
Getting addicted to it, or I know it's ZQL is.
Yeah.
I believe he's addicted to it. I mean, what are you gonna do? Because he doesn't smoke anymore.
don't
He
know.
like stopped smoking like.
So
I
he
don't know,
just
like-
changed
It's
substances.
Yeah, he just changed substances.
Wait, stop smoking what?
He stopped smoking
or-
weed,
Oh.
and he used to smoke weed a lot all the time. My buddy, who I refer to all the time, but never doesn't live in the area.
Yeah.
He lives out there. Where
Oh, Roger. Oh, should I not have
Corona.
said that?
He lives out in Corona. Him, and he stopped. He
Not
quit.
really a friend, but
Yeah.
Okay.
to someone he knows.
Just
Yeah.
somebody knows.
Uh-huh.
And he's all like, yeah, I'm about to, like he has the big pack of ZQL, like the big bottle, and he tells me he just drinks it straight out of the bottle.
I've done that.
Yeah, I mean you can.
No,
That's-
I've heard people mix it with like
Sprite.
soda or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
I tried lean like years ago with a friend of mine because he had
Whoa.
access to.
Whoa.
This was back in the MIAO. He had access to the because you need prescription cough syrup because that shit is.
Oh, to make it?
Yeah, 'cause that shit is powerful.
Promethazine.
It's don't make this anyone who's not listening anyways. But,
Oh, okay.
So it's Sprite, that cough syrup, and a Jolly Rancher, and it's surprisingly it's not good,
Mhm.
but it's not bad tasting. So like when you drink it, you're kind of like, oh, this is different, and then so you don't really notice it. But
So
like
it's fruity.
not really.
It's
Well,
it's
I'm
fruity.
guessing
It just-
because
it tastes
like the syrup, the cough syrup. I'm guessing
think
is a
it-
flavor, right?
It's supposed to be fruity, but it's just
It's
not.
not.
Mm-mm.
Because then the Jolly Rancher, I'm thinking additional.
Yeah, it's the sugar
flavor.
because they
I mean-
sweeten it out, right? Because the cough syrup is very bitter, and the Sprite,
Yeah,
the Sprite and the
Is-
bubbly substance gives
carbonated
right,
water. Yeah.
because the carbon and
It was years ago, so I don't remember exactly what it tastes like. I can call my friend right now and see
We can
if he
make
wants
some.
to.
No. We're not
Damn.
trying to
We can
give
make
step by
No, I
tutorial
can just.
of how
I
to
would just
make
ask
this.
him, hey, remember when we tried making lean, or when we
Mm.
tried it and whatever?
We could
Maybe
drink
he
some
remembers. He's a little bit older than I am, so he might remember better. I don't know. He's like only 2 years old, like nothing
That's
crazy.
crazy though. That's only like 3 ingredients.
To my knowledge,
It's only
yeah,
three
three-
ingredients.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
it's,
it's
nothing
just
crazy.
Sprite,
Like very-
It's
promethazine.
just the reason that it's not. It's you can't really come by it often is because you have to have the prescription.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Yeah, no,
it's
yeah.
just, you can still make it without it, but it won't be as strong. Because I just remember, like we didn't do anything crazy. We kind of like we made it, and then we were like walking around the neighborhood and just kind of talking shit. And I just remember getting really tired. And that's
yeah,
all.
it just gets
It's
you
not- yeah.
like lean the.
Like
fuck
we
out.
did it that one time, and I was
It's
just
so
like,
bad for your
I don't-
health though.
I don't see the point.
It's so fucking bad for your health that promethazine. Like in places, there's certain places in Africa where it's like the only thing they get high off of. Like it's so bad for your teeth that they use like those little chemistry tubes, right? They just put them in there in like a little shot glass. They drink it without it having it touch their
Teeth?
mouth
Yeah.
or their teeth. Yeah, that shit is crazy. Like it's still a thing. It's pretty popular to drink. lean.
Honestly, I only heard about it this year.
That's
I hadn't heard about it before.
lean?
hmm
Really?
Yeah.
How have you not been exposed?
you
to
probably
it?
have heard of it. You just never,
Well, I'm not big
you-
into
you
the.
into the drug scene.
Yeah.
I'm not.
It's
I've
like the
never.
most-
I am the furthest thing from being into the drug scene, but I mean, still like all over hip hop. At least like
That's true.
It is. Yeah.
It
I
is. What's
it's
the
all
hardest drug you've
embedded in the lyrics. I just never like went out of my way to figure out what it was.
that's actually a good point because now I don't remember the actual reasoning behind trying it. Actually, no. Now that I think about it, so the same guy that I was talking about earlier,
Yeah.
Mm.
he's the one that brought it up because he's like, oh, I can get the prescription thingamajig because I know this
Yeah.
guy, whatever. And I was just like, I mean, if it's not out of your way,
Yeah, go
I
through that
guess,
trouble. Yeah, just
That's
grab
what I'm
it.
If it's
saying.
no
That's why
trouble,
I'm so
yeah.
surprised it's only 3 ingredients because that's not a lot. That's not going really out of your way, or you have to run to several things
yeah,
or
like a bunch of crazy shit.
yeah to make it.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna bring up like parties and stuff, but I just want to know like, is that like the?
Well, even no, when I partied, I don't other than alcohol, I don't
Yeah.
I don't do anything else.
Yeah, yeah. Like at parties, like when I used to go out and party, before like you could go out and party, the whole idea of like getting drunk before, right? Pre-gaming, like just meeting up with everybody. Like a pre-game essentially just encompasses everybody getting ready to go out for the night, right?
Mhm.
And before, I used to love pre-gaming because it was like the best part. It's like you get drunk before, you show up to the party drunk, and you're already loose and you're having a good time. Like you don't want to be at the party getting drunk because that's kind of boring. Because then it's like, are you having fun? if you're getting drunk. Do
you
what
disagree with that, or you look kind of?
I do kind of disagree. I don't know.
I mean, like, what's a good party to you?
I hate partying.
You hate partying?
Yeah.
I hate it. I don't. I hate house parties. Anytime I'd go to the club, it was against my will.
Really?
Or like my friends would be like, "Yo, we're all gonna hang out. There's gonna be like this person and this person's coming." Like, yeah, you know. Or we're gonna go out to like we'll go to Lincoln Road.
Lincoln where?
Lincoln Road. So in Miami, there's South Beach. And
South
and there's
Beach,
Lincoln Road. So out here, it's sort of like
Have you
Lincoln
been?
Road is kind of like
To South Beach?
Yeah.
I'm just familiar with South Beach Toe.
I think sort of a way to, Lincoln Road is kind of like Hollywood Boulevard except better.
Lincoln Road? Okay.
Yeah. So it's like it's got restaurants and it's got clubs and stuff, but it's a little bit more
Like a main street?
No, it's God damn it. I'm probably the wrong person to describe
No, it's fine.
it to.
It's, no,
but
because you just don't like going
More
to parties?
upscale. What are we?
No, it's like it's just more chill. It's like there's like hookah bars and shit, and it's like you can just people watch, you know, because they have like outside seating and stuff.
Hollywood is kind of.
Yeah, exactly.
The
That's what I'm
same,
saying.
yeah.
Yeah. Except Lincoln Road's a little bit better because it's cleaner,
Interesting.
and Hollywood Boulevard
I
is
haven't-
like,
No, I completely agree.
I haven't been to Hollywood Boulevard in a minute. I know
you're
that
not
I
missing anything.
Yeah, I know I'm not missing anything. No, yeah, like a good party for me, I like going to
Wait.
parties.
So you're, because I was gonna ask
hadn't
if you
even
were
finished
more
it.
of a like. I know. So
A what
we're
kind
gonna
of-
go back to you. More of a like kickback
Yeah,
kind of person.
For me, it was always I enjoyed more like just hanging out, not
The
going
small
crazy.
group.
Small group.
Yeah.
We'll go to the beach. Well, I'm more than happy to go to a restaurant with everybody, but
Mhm.
not a club,
Mm-hmm.
not a huge house party. Because I've done those, and even when you know everyone there, it's still like it can become fun, but it's not worth the hassle of like going.
Because even
through-
when we, have had our
Yeah.
ragers.
yeah
Ragers.
those I enjoyed.
Yes, because it was
just
only
us.
like 5-6
Yeah.
people there, and it was just. Us
I
playing games
would
and
have
stuff.
really liked it a lot more if the randoms didn't show up. That what's her face invited, but whatever. I still had fun because it was like even the randoms eventually sort of clicked with us, and then if they didn't, they were just like for whatever reason still in the party, but they were in the corner and we were just sort of.
That's kind of
Yeah.
boring
Yeah,
when
fun.
people bring their own group of friends and then
Yeah,
they
you
don't
can't-
mingle.
yeah,
Like
you
that's
can't do
really
that.
fun.
Yeah.
That's boring. That's fucking whack.
But I am that person.
I
So.
mean, yeah, no,
It's hypocritical, but whatever.
But that's
No.
how you
Yeah.
become friends, though. I mean, like you make new friends is actually by
Yeah, 'cause-
meeting people that you don't
because
know.
usually there's drugs involved and stuff. It's a lot easier.
No.
no, not really.
You don't need drugs
Yeah.
to make new friends.
Oh, I guess. No, but the thing for me
This is why you don't touch the stuff.
I know.
Just
I wasn't
leave it.
touching it. I don't know. Who
I know.
Was breaking it.
You both were. Like, just leave it.
Yeah. No. Rick, when's the last time you went to a party or clubbing? Actually, no. It
Clubbing,
was with us.
obviously,
It was with us.
it was the
Yeah.
last time I was here, but that's because of the pandemic.
Oh, that was
that wouldn't have been by
January,
choice.
right?
Yeah.
January. Yeah.
No, that
it
was
this-
March.
We went out in March.
Well, I went
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
in
yeah.
March.
It was March because I was already in
Wait,
class.
whoa,
and then
March?
came by.
You went out.
Yeah, because when it started, when the pandemic started,
There's-
I was actually in Arizona, and
Oh,
right.
that makes sense.
with a,
That makes
a
sense.
mutual friend, and then we went out.
Ah.
And it was still kind of like nobody knew where this virus was really going to go, and that we were going to shut down for so long. So it was still a good time. People
Yeah.
were still out there, not caring and drinking and
Yeah.
doing whatever. That was the last time I went out, like clubbing or to the bar.
Yeah.
But I was at a house party recently, like
Um,
3 weeks ago. No, about a month.
what?
Ago.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, don't
Rick.
bring yourself out. I know, right?
Oh
You
my
were
God!
at a
Don't
house
you
party?
care?
Yeah,
Don't
dude,
you
Well,
be
it
don't
wasn't-
care
murdered
about-
somebody.
One, it wasn't here.
You were
That's
tested.
another
I'm
thing.
assuming.
Hmm?
Wink, wink.
You don't have to wink. wink.
Just do the whole. I was tested.
Yeah, I was tested.
No,
Yeah.
I'm
definitely tested.
fine. And it also was with people that I knew.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
So it wasn't like just, well, I met people there, but it wasn't like all just like I'm not going to go somewhere where I don't trust the people that are there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like if we would have essentially a house party or a
Yeah.
kickback here, I already know. And although the governor doesn't approve of more than like one household,
Dude, if that guy got
being
shot
together
in
or
the face
whatever.
right in front of me, I wouldn't bat an eye.
you guys shot what?
Did you hear about the most recent thing about him getting caught at the French restaurant?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah. He was in
yes.
a restaurant.
Isn't
You
that-
see, and
isn't that
that's the
amazing?
problem with being like in charge of anything. It's like if you're gonna put rules out there, At
Follow
least
your own rules.
Follow your rules, or make sure you don't get caught if you're not going.
And if
to
you're
follow
holding
them.
office, you should be setting an example. Like at least be like, yo, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna be inside somewhere.
Relax, your blood pressure.
It makes sense. It makes sense to me that like, you guys know that how I feel about politicians. Like,
Yeah, you love them. You want more government,
I just
more
wish,
regulation.
No, but like for me, a solid party, like now you can't have anymore. If anything, parties are gonna get better because, you know, we're all so like, oh, we have to make sure we're not in the same room and shit. But the people who are like so angst to be at a party are probably gonna throw like a really good party. Not a house party though. See, that's the thing. Like a house party, like if you invite a bunch of people and it's just all taking place in your house, that's no fun. Because people can just get lost in your house, and I don't like that.
How big is your house?
Well, I would
Yeah, I don't
only
think
throw
I
a
would
house
get
party
lost
if I
in
had a
there.
big house. Is what I'm saying. I would rather throw like an outdoor party.
That's still technically a house party.
No,
If it's, if it's at your house, but it's like in the backyard, it's still technically.
Yes and no. I just wouldn't let anybody in the house unless they're gonna use the
No,
restroom.
I think it's a yes.
Oh, okay. I understand.
You see what I'm
I
saying?
What you're saying.
Yeah.
What's his name? Newsom. This guy.
Oh,
Don't let
right.
him
Yeah,
in.
I'm just trying
Don't
to.
let anyone in your house unless
I'm trying to
everything is
work around-
sanitized. Wear a mask.
Yeah, I'm trying to work around it.
Speaking of which, where's your mask?
No, yeah. So I would just rather throw one like outside. It's funny because like I've been now that so like for like the last 2 years I spent my life doing nothing, right? Because I was fucking depressed as fuck, and I'm like,
That's
yeah, I didn't
accurate.
go out and shit. I didn't go out to parties. I didn't really like hang out or whatever. But now, like this year, I was feeling a lot better, and now that I actually wanted to go out, there's nothing to do. I mean,
Can't really go out.
really though, like there's really nothing to do. I started to really fall in love with like going out to nature hikes, you know, working out, and I was already a big fan of doing all that stuff. But now that like the quarantine has sort of made it obvious to people that if you live a very sedentary lifestyle, you're not going to live a very long life, right? Is that what sedentary is, right? The idea that you are not active, you're constantly sitting, because unsedentary would be that you're active, you're doing stuff, and you're going out, and you know at least some kind of physical activity is in your routine. Now, for me, like when I was in my junior year of high school, I gotta say those were some of the best parties I ever attended because even though I was underage, like unlike a lot of people who claim that they don't do things underage. I mean, there are a lot of people who are good and they don't like drink until they're in college or smoke until they're in college. You know, a lot of people don't do things until they get to college because college it being like this large, open kind of world where young people, right? They're essentially just kind of figuring themselves out. So I used to ditch, right, my junior period. My junior year because I had like a lunch pass. Do you remember those?
Yeah.
So I could like leave and come back, but sometimes I wouldn't come back. The point I'm trying to make is that like now I feel so much more responsible for the things I do. So with this whole COVID situation, like wanting to be out or go to a party or doing something that like goes against the guidelines, it does make me be a little bit paranoid. Don't you feel like paranoid or something sometimes? Like you're kind of like, oh fuck, like I forgot my mask, or like you walk out of your house.
No,
and you're
it's
kinda
I
angst.
like because the only reason why I wear a mask is not, and I've said this before, it's not for me. It's more for everybody else.
For everybody else.
Yeah, I'm being considerate to the people that actually
Yeah.
like. Just for me in general, I don't get sick that often, and you know, obviously the virus doesn't discriminate, so
Yeah.
I could get it, but I'm just not worried about it. But I know that people are, so I'm not just going to be like, well, I don't care about it, so I'm not going to wear a mask. I'm not going to follow the regulations.
Yeah.
Like, no, they're in place and they believe that this is what, you know, this will help mitigate the spread. Then I'm going to do everything I can.
Yeah. No,
It's more of like, I always forget that I have to wear a mask
Yeah.
sometimes. So I'll get, you know.
Yeah.
We've gone to places and
Oh,
you're like,
right.
oh, I forgot my mask. And then we have to come back to get your mask.
Yeah. No, for me, twice. Yeah. That's how bad it's been. Cause like,
I've only been here for less than 2 weeks.
Yeah. And I'm so comfortable with being around people that I know. Right. that for me, wearing a mask, to them, it's like, why are you wearing a mask?
It is weird that you forgot your mask so often, though.
That is strange,
Yeah.
right? Because we went out to eat.
Especially
right?
sort of out here, I would think. Because on the East Coast, it's a little bit...
Yeah,
It's more
it's-
understandable, like, oh, fuck, I forgot my mask. Because
Yeah.
over there, it's more... people are actually living their lives.
Yeah.
And...
Living here.
I honestly don't
Well,
want to
they're
talk
living
too
well.
much. No, but you're right. You got a good point.
you know.
Because like it's surprising for someone like me who like likes to follow the rules,
Mm.
not have his mask when it's necessary.
Yeah, exactly.
But that one time we went out to a restaurant on Sunday. We
No,
went
no,
out on
yeah.
we went out on Sunday to eat. And after we had finished eating, I was closing out my.
time I was there, right?
No, we
Yeah,
just recently. We actually were going to Best Buy, and that's when I got my phone.
Mm-hmm.
And I pull up to the parking lot, and I'm like, oh, I can park here. And
Oh.
then as I'm parking, he's like, do you have an extra mask? And I was like, no. He's like, I forgot my mask. So thankfully I had to make line because there was a line outside. So I went to go make line while someone went to go back
Get a
home
mask.
and get their mask.
Yeah, no, it was funny because someone scorned me. I walked into the restaurant. I immediately didn't realize I forgot my mask on because you can't walk in. We were outside, and we walk in. I walk in, and the bartender immediately is like, "Sir, you can't walk in here without a mask." I'm like, "Oh, sorry," and then I put it on. And as I'm walking up, he's like, all sarcastically, he's like, "Oh yeah, I know, me too. I forget to put my mask on, even though it's only been 9 months."
You know what's funny? That it's good that you ran into somebody like that because there are fucking idiots out there that are like freak out like, oh my god, you don't have a mask, get out. And it's so like insane how they like overhype it.
He was freaking out. I could see it in his face.
Dude, don't spare him. Tell him how crazy he was going then. Fuck
Dude,
that
no,
guy.
'cause
No, that was it. But for him, since he's over dramatic,
okay,
he's
okay.
like, no, the underlining tone
Yes.
was that he was being an
He was
asshole.
being an
Which
asshole.
probably
Probably
he
really-
wasn't. He
yeah,
was
he's
just
probably
saying
really
like,
nice.
I
No,
forget.
he wasn't being nice because he said it so condescending in a way that, okay, like that high pitched kind of gay voice where it's like, they're like, they get all up in your face. I'm not saying he was gay, but he made this voice that seemed to come off as like, oh, you're fucking stupid. Like, how could you forget to wear a mask? It's been 9 months. Like, everybody's doing it
I
constantly.
think that's how you felt.
that is how, because that's what he
Yeah,
was saying.
but I don't think that's how he intended it to come out.
Man. Nah, he was.
I don't know, because I'm not saying whether he's right or wrong, but the last one of the places that I did work out when I was in Massachusetts, I don't know if you know that when I was working at the store.
Mm-hmm.
So the two that were working there with me, they had a very condescending undertone, but I don't think they detected it. It's like anytime they would like tell me like, oh, like this is what's got to be done for the day, I'd be like, do you know how you're coming off to people right now? And one of them was a female, so I couldn't really do anything.
Mm-hmm.
But the other guy was an older dude.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, dude, why are you speaking like this to anybody? Like,
Mhm.
Some people don't. Some people honestly.
but you would think that it's somebody who's like in a higher position of power or somebody
Yeah.
with like a lot of money.
Mhm.
Then it's sort of understanding because it's like, not that you should be
I don't
that
think
way,
'cause
but it's like,
no, they've never been told that. Just because of
Yeah,
probably their
exactly,
position
yeah.
is like nobody wants to say anything.
yeah. But like when it's somebody that's like sort of regular person, you'd be like, yo,
Yeah.
like you check them, right?
Yeah.
You're not gonna do that to somebody who's like fucking whatever. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But
Because I've ran into a plethora of
these kinds of idiots.
of
That's interesting.
officers that always had this like,
Mhm.
and it's like no one ever told you,
That's
please
why I
thank
can-
you or like
can-
watch how you talk to people.
That is funny to see to see somebody with no manners. Like
No, it's not even any manners. It's just they don't realize that they're being rude.
you.
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
in
you're
their
right, yeah.
mind,
In
their
they're
mind,
just
it's
being
just
normal.
normal.
There is
Yeah.
there is that thing where people
That's why people like me exist.
talk. Yeah. No, I've actually met like one or two people like that who have this, like they don't realize they're not being respectful or condescending. Or
Yeah,
is
it's 'cause-
that, or am I just reading it wrong? Like, because somebody could be.
I don't know. I blame you for a lot of
No,
things.
'cause,
So I
like-
don't know. Depends on the situation.
Because I wouldn't be like I wouldn't.
Well, cause look, so there's this friend of mine that was sort of a friend of a friend before, but we started hanging out more,
Mm-hmm.
and we were kind of talking about it, and he's the one that told me about it. He's like, "You're kind of a dick all the time."
Is that what he told you?
That's what he told me. Yeah,
What?
but I didn't realize it. I didn't know. I was just being the way I was.
Yeah. Right.
And then he's like, I don't remember what we were talking about, but he told me about it. He was like, "Yeah, you were being a dick to this person." I'm like, no, I wasn't. I was.
Yeah. You're just being yourself.
Yeah, I was just being myself. I don't think I was being an asshole. Like, no. You don't hear it. I hear it all the time.
Oh.
And then since then, that's sort of because I like to think I have a lot of self awareness, unlike most people, especially in LA. And so since he told me that, I have adjusted it, because why would you want to be that person?
No, it's good to have a friend like that, a kind of a canary in the coal mine type thing where.
That's all my friends. We check each other all the time.
Oh, that's what's up.
Good. It's healthy.
That's really healthy, actually. I understand, like the same way for me, like being
so when
self-aware.
I tell you something about your hair, it's sort of joking, but also let's get you a stylist.
Let's get me a stylist.
Let's figure something out. Don't cut it, but let me take you somewhere.
Yeah, okay. That's not a bad idea, actually. I've been wanting to cut it for a while now. For those of you who've been keeping up with the show.
You say something, and it's it actually
I didn't know if you
gets
wanted
through.
to bring that in here.
I've been saying so many months.
See, it's because Grinch is being really nice to me, you guys. You see what I'm saying?
See, that's the shift.
There you go.
You need that friend. You gotta be like, listen, don't be an.
I don't think I speak to anybody.
It's fun, but the thing is, it's weird how some people can pick up on it, because and when I was in the Marine Corps, we had Sergeant Cruz, which is fine. I don't think it's a big deal, right? He was absolutely one of the best leaders ever, best leadership that we've had, because he's super cool, and he knew, because I mean, everybody gets in trouble here and there. So I got in a little bit of trouble for nothing big, like being disrespectful to some retard that didn't maybe cut that out. I don't know, but no, whatever. But he knew that I don't respond to like getting chewed out.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least in that capacity.
At the time.
Ever.
Okay.
There are just people that you can't get through them by yelling or like being disrespectful. You have to talk to them at their level.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So, I was disrespectful to this. Oh, he had just picked up, so that was why, in part. So he just picked up the next rank, so he was like trying to, flex some authority, whatever. And I was like, you're stupid as shit, and you don't know how anything works. Shut the fuck up. And I've been here longer than you. I don't care that you picked up.
Yeah.
But it's different. If you knew the person, you would understand, because when you're in that sort of
environment.
Environment. It's like somebody could be a higher rank than you, but a lot of people are like, I'm new here. Show me the ropes. Rank. It matters, but when it comes to like teaching you how things work in your job, then it sort of doesn't really have an effect, right? Yeah. This didn't click with that person. Yeah. So when I was like, shut the fuck up and all this stuff, right? Yeah. He brought me in, and he was just like, everybody left, whatever. Well, there's a few people in there. Yeah. And and he was just like, you can't do that, man. He's a corporal now. You have to fucking, you got to respect him. Dude. Don't respect the person, respect the rank, and this and that. And I was like, all right, yeah, I get it.
Interesting. Yeah, I've had situations like that too, where not necessarily having to do with rank, but like in social circles, like it's more like family, where I guess in Hispanic families, not saying that like being an elder doesn't make any difference, but like I've come to realize more that like there is a certain level of respect when it comes to your elders. Maybe not everybody feels that same way about family, but I've dealt with like a situation before where like an elder in the family is sort of taking the role of like essentially a godfather position amongst the whole family tree. And I know, right? Poor use of the reference. No, but in some ways, like without it being too personal, you want to get personal on here? Well, I find myself like trying to be more self-aware in the way that I talk to people, while at the same time trying to be sharper and wittier, and
just gotta find that balance.
Right, it is a good balance. For me, I feel like I have to sharpen my vocabulary like on a constant basis, because like shit goes in one ear and out the other sometimes.
Whatever happened to the word of the day calendar?
The word of the day calendar? I have to find one. That's a good idea. I'll put it up on the back, and please find me one. That's fine. You know what to get me for Christmas now. But
I thought you celebrated Kwanzaa.
Same. They give gifts, don't they? They shower you with gifts, like 12 gifts or 12.
You tell me. I don't know.
Yeah, just give me 12 virgins or something. We should be fine.
That's the 12 nights of Christmas.
The 12 virgins. You get a virgin every 12 nights.
Is that really how Kwanzaa works? I'm sure whatever you're making up right now isn't real.
I thought that was like a whole thing in a certain religion where you get like 12 virgins if you die.
No, I'm pretty sure it's in the Muslim religion, right?
Oh, something like that.
It's not an annual thing.
Yeah, it's not like you don't just get more
don't get
virgins.
12?
You
Yeah.
die you die once, and then you get like 72 virgins when you go to heaven.
72?
Yeah.
Damn, that's a lot.
You could say that, or you can have a little culture and maybe look outside of your own little
I don't
selfish
think I could
mind.
handle more than like. Realistically, I could probably handle like 3 women at one
No.
time. Like 3
I don't
women.
think that's the
After
point.
knowing
Like
you,
solid,
I
like
don't
a
think so.
solid 3 women. So like a foursome would be like right. That'd be possible. Like, how would I do it? Right, I'd have
No, I don't.
like one on
Be
me, one
detailed
riding
about it.
me, like one sitting on my face, and the other one, the other 2 would be like.
Do you want that? You want a chick to sit on your face?
What
You
I'm
like
saying,
that?
what I'm asking for is, doesn't matter what I'm
Oh.
asking for. But that's what I was saying. Like, I could potentially handle like 4.
You're gonna just
women at
brush
one
my question off like that?
time.
Like,
What was your question again?
do
I'm sorry.
you want a woman to sit in your face? You like that?
An old woman? No, a mature woman.
Did I say old?
No, he says
said,
you
"Oh,
want.
woman."
Oh, a woman. Okay,
Yeah.
no, sorry. I thought I heard you say old. No, I would love a woman to sit on my face. Like, I'm
It's
taking.
weird that you're looking me in the eye when you say
and
that.
I said that like straight.
Yeah, you're looking around the whole time, and then as soon as we get on topic, you like lock eyes.
It's
with
because
me.
you're being a very good listener. Is the thing.
I do that. Yeah,
That's really good. Yeah.
Or I thought that's what you were asking for, like Grinch. I'm telling
That's
you,
what I was
this
thinking.
is what I want.
Yeah. No, I could definitely go for a woman sitting on my face. A woman with a wagon.
So
Obviously.
forget the calendar. This is what
This
I
is
want
what you
for
want.
This is
Christmas.
what. Yeah. Something you can
Forget about learning,
No, any of that.
broadening your horizons. No,
If she got a wagon and you can park 10 tacos on that bitch, then we're in business. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah.
Tacos? Is that what you said?
Tahoes.
Oh, Tahoes.
Like a
Oh,
truck.
okay. I was
yeah,
like-
you could park 10 Tahoes on it.
Yeah, you're
It's
putting
a reference
food?
to a song, yeah.
Oh,
No, I think it's a Big Sean or something, or Tyga.
I don't
can't
know.
Remember. It's one of the more popular ones. Yeah. Where the fuck were we? I totally lost my train of thought where the fuck we were going with this. Oh, right. Fucking being self-aware and shit. Yeah, no, like I do think like being self-aware is important because you're absolutely right. People in California, there are a lot of people in California that are walking around with this bubble around their head, and they're not necessarily like being like, open-minded. Like you brought up the mask thing earlier. It's like, yeah, just it feels weird to wear a mask, but I only wear it in places of private business because it's necessary and it's required. Like if I go to the park, I'm not saying I'm gonna wear a mask. To me, it's like it's redundant because I'm outside and there's a lot else going on, and what we know about it now. I'm not an what is it, a virologist, but direct sunlight, vitamin C, vitamin D, these kinds of things help either mitigate it or prevent it from happening. But again, don't listen to us or me, whatever the fuck,
yeah, you.
or whatever the fuck. Yeah, no.
yeah, virology, the study of viral infections.
Yeah,
It's a weird word.
virology. No, you know which one's a weird word? Lobotomy and phlebotomy. Those are weird, right? Because they're two different things.
Never heard phlebotomy.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
heard of
yeah.
the-
I could be right. The one is the one where you train by putting the needle in, and the other one is where you get your brain scrambled.
Because it's pH. I put F. What the
What the fuck?
stupid ass shit, The
Yeah, no.
it's not.
But what is the other one?
Well,
With the
phlebotomy
pH.
with the pH is when someone uses a needle to take blood from a vein, usually in your arm,
Oh, okay.
also called a blood draw. So yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I had no idea you had to be trained to stick a needle in somebody. Because
I-
Are you serious?
I would think you have to be instead of just be like,
do
try to
heroin
find it.
addicts train to?
Yeah,
Hit
I
the
don't
vein?
think that's the main
No,
concern
yeah,
with,
that's
a
like-
heroin addict.
Those guys-
those are the.
Those guys got
People that
real
I don't
precision.
worry
You know
about.
what I'm saying? Because they're hitting every vein.
No, they're not really worried about precision either. Because if they miss, they just try again.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's
I think that's what they end up with, like tracks.
Dude, you know what the worst thing is?
what is.
You have you been to medical and they have a new person?
No.
I have.
What does that mean?
So when you're on a base, if you're in the military, whatever, you have the on base hospital sort of. Although technically it's not because they can't. Whatever.
Can do certain.
They can't do
things,
certain
but
things.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can't like actually do surgery on you, or whatever.
Mhm.
But they can do dental, like oral surgery for you, whatever. But also they draw blood and they do labs on base and stuff, and they'll have like people that are new and
Mhm.
still in training that haven't actually gotten
Practiced?
to
Yeah.
and yeah, it's just sort of the way it is in the military.
Is it
So
scary?
they'll have like like a new person and they'll have like their trainer there with them,
shadowing them.
Yeah, and then you just have your poor fucking regular
Dude,
guy that's like just doing what he's told. Like, yo, go to medical today. You gotta fucking, you need this. You need to get your labs done and all this stuff. And then you're kind of just sitting there with your arm, and you don't know. You know when the person's new because they have their, superior or whatever teaching them, and then you're kind of sitting there, and they're all nervous and they're trying to like do it really slow, and it's like that makes it so much worse.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I got a new person one time, and I was half a second away from losing my shit on him.
Why?
Because she missed once.
Oh shit.
And then I was like, I'm gonna fucking give you one more chance, and if you ruin it, get the fuck away from me.
Are you not a fan of needles?
Dude, nobody likes getting fucking any sort of injections, but also, it's not even. Why would you want an untrained person stabbing you with a needle?
No, I
trying to
believe you.
draw
I
blood?
feel you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, she got it on the second try, but like after that, I was like, don't ever fucking give me a new person again. I will fucking lose my shit.
Yeah, because having
stupidest
blood
thing.
drawn is already
like
uncomfortable and
man.
something you don't want to do.
Is it weird that I enjoyed it when I would do it? I would donate blood.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like it's not. I get it. Like you're sitting there with a needle in your arm.
Because enjoying giving something and trying
Receiving.
to like maybe saving somebody, but
Yeah, no,
you just like people poking needles.
Nah,
in you,
yeah,
then that's kind of weird.
I don't think he was doing it because he was like happy to help somebody. It was more for just his own pleasure. Like, I like the needle.
Yeah.
And I like it taking my blood.
It's funny because it was more for my pleasure.
There
He
you
was
go.
just like, do it again. Slower this time.
UCLA would come by, and I used to get paranoid too because I used to get high at the time. And I was like, oh shit, they're probably not going to take my blood. They're going to check it and they're going to be like, oh, your THC levels
He
too
would
high.
be one of the like the guys that we passed by in line for the sneakers.
Oh my god.
That's how he would
absolutely.
be for a blood drive.
100%. Just waiting in line.
I would
to get your fix.
Yeah, no, they would give us free movie tickets, right? When people used to go to the movies,
they do that shit,
they would give us free movie tickets, snacks and stuff.
Yeah, the Red Cross, they give you like cookies. And
But it would be a UCLA thing. It would be UCLA blood drive.
Is that of the Office episode?
Yeah. It is in the Office, but it's funny because it actually is.
Yeah, and they like give you a bunch of they give you sugary
movie
snacks
tickets and all that shit.
Yeah, and I'm like, this is fun. On my Instagram, if you follow me, you can check it out. I have those posts where I went back like 3 times to go give blood because giving blood is cool, and like for me, I was getting free tickets. Like, hey, free tickets.
You're trying to get some cool points.
Yeah, they were pretty dope. I mean, well,
I give blood. Everybody recognize me. Come on.
Yeah,
I try to take that the cotton swab or the cotton ball.
Yeah, I just take an extra one.
No, I would try to take it off as soon as possible. Whenever I had my blood drawn.
I would.
You're such a big
I'm saying
guy.
like
Look at
I
you,
would.
big
So
man,
I would.
big strong man. He's
It's
like, I
not
don't
a
need
strong
this.
man. I just don't like because
He's
then
like, I
they
don't
treat
want-
you different when
I
you
don't
come
want a
back,
Band-Aid.
and it's like, oh, you can't do certain things because you just had your blood drawn,
Oh,
so
yeah,
don't
sure.
go and.
I mean,
I didn't. I was.
It's still a pretty good idea to sort of take.
Yes,
it
I just
for-
didn't like people telling me
Yeah,
what
to
I
do.
can do or can't do.
Yeah, no, fucking. It's funny. I can't look at a cotton ball anymore and not think of that scene from Elf with Will Ferrell, where he just eats all those cotton balls while he's waiting in his office.
I haven't seen that movie in.
What?
I
You don't
saw
remember
it,
that?
but
long
I
time.
just didn't like it. It was just too stupid for me.
It was really stupid. But Peter Dinklage is in the movie. Now that I think about it, and he was okay in it. Anyways, no, yeah, I
Did
just
he
can't
play an
think of
elf?
cotton balls without Will Ferrell. Like just wanting, he's just eating them, right? He's sitting in those waiting rooms when you're waiting for the doctor to come in, and he sees the cotton jar, the jar full of cotton balls, and him eating them. They just look so satisfying, like little bundles of like whatever cotton. ball.
Are you
I don't
thinking
even
of like cotton candy?
Yeah, like I just imagine them being like these soft little cotton candy balls of marshmallow.
I hate the texture, like the feeling of it between your fingers. You ever take a cotton ball and just
Yeah.
sort of like squeeze it like between your fingers? Oh,
Yeah.
it's the worst.
What?
Oh my
You
God, I
that
hate
sensation?
I hate it. Oh my God.
That's funny. That sensation when you feel like something really coarse or smooth, and it's like it sends a signal across all your nervous system. You're like, ooh, what was that? It's like getting it's like when a girl licks the tip. You know that sensation, right? When her tongue hits the back of your shaft, and that sensation just runs through your body. You know what I mean?
The back of like, you mean like sort of the mushroom capillary or the
Yeah,
back?
like where the G spot for most.
Is
men
that the feeling that you get?
Wait, what? The G spot
No,
in your
the-
ass, bro.
I know is that really a thing? Is that really in the ass?
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
Why?
Because I don't want to believe that
You don't want to believe science?
I don't want to believe that our orgasmic spot is
Oh,
located
we got a
in our
flat
ass.
earther. Here we go.
I don't want to stick my finger up there.
No. Don't listen to science.
Don't listen to science.
Science isn't real.
Just test it. No, what the fuck? Why would God do something like that?
Do you want to take like just 2 minutes, get like some butter, and go to the bathroom and tell us if you find it, and then come back?
We'll wait.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, we can.
It's funny you said. It's
Yeah,
funny you
we'll
say
talk.
that. The last time we recorded, remember we left that in at the end.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
just put
you
your
just put your finger in
butt?
the ass, and then that was funny. Yeah, no,
I can't believe you left that shit in.
I thought it was funny because
I
like
think it was funny too.
yeah, I was just like, oh, that's a quick quip.
It's a strong way to start.
Or end. No, it was the way
Oh,
we
it was
ended.
the end?
It was
Yeah,
at the
if
end,
anybody
yeah.
made it that fucking far, I swear to God, you fucks. You be watching. We know you're watching, and you get to like the 10-minute
Don't
mark,
listen
and
to
you're
him.
like, oh, I'm done with these
Your
fuckers.
blood pressure.
I think just for that moment, if you remember the part, just turn his volume down. And
Oh,
then
yeah,
I'll
as
just
it-
just disregard
Just
this part.
mute, yeah.
He's going on his little rant.
Yeah.
Like, we appreciate it though that you guys have been like. What has it been like? It's like 4 people who watch us. Like, we're gonna make something special for you. I've been thinking about us doing like a
For all
like,
4 of you.
Yeah, like a founders thing, like where we make T-shirts, but we number them, so that like we put the number like somewhere like on the sleeve, and we get like the first batch, right? We get like 1, 2, 3, and the founders group, they'll all have a shirt with a WCF logo on it, and you'll only get that shirt if you were one of the first. I don't know.
This is him just ranting.
Yeah,
we're not,
seriously.
We
we're
could
not
do like
trying
the
to make
first
any
50
promises
members or
right now.
something. I mean, this is what I
you're
would
so
love for us to
ahead.
do this.
Even if we have four people that actually watch this shit,
Yeah.
we're still very far from
No,
making and selling
but
merch.
we should also make the announcement. We will finally be uploading the audio to most audio platforms. When I say most, we're starting with Anchor. If you're familiar with Anchor, Anchor is a really cool site where we can upload for free. They do the rest of it. They do the rest of the work for us. This is not an ad for them, but I've used them in the past and they're pretty cool. They are a little bit expensive in terms of how much they charge us. It's like 20% they take from us, just full disclosure. It doesn't really matter. And then Spotify as well. Spotify, we could do the free thing where we can upload and still at the same time, I think they're about to allow us to upload videos on Spotify as well. I know that they've been working on a feature like that, so I'm not totally sure when that's coming up, but if we can do that, we'll put them up on Spotify and we'll put them up on Anchor and Apple Music. I don't really use Apple Music. Do you guys use Apple Music? I know you guys are iPhone people.
I don't, just because I just did the
You-
switch.
you
So
just
to me, I'm still using Spotify for right now.
Yeah, I don't use it. A friend of mine uses it who was just visiting here, and in on the car every time we'd be riding along. So I'm DJing, obviously, in the passenger seat, and it was just really, I don't like the system.
The system for
Yeah.
the Apple Music?
Yeah, it's easier
What
to just use
what
YouTube.
really is the difference between like Spotify and that? Because I pay for Spotify, so I have all the
I think I like Spotify better. I think.
yeah.
Because I used to have it, but I forgot the password a million years ago, so I didn't pay for. I had the free one,
Mhm.
Yeah.
but I haven't used it since. I just remember that Spotify was more user friendly. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it interesting that Spotify can choose to like completely suppress somebody's music, like an artist or something, right? Because they have these playlists that are curated by whoever works at Spotify, and they put together these playlists of like the hottest music. So like before, you know how you could be on the radio, and if your song or music was on the radio, that was like a great hit, and like it'd be played over and over, which things like that still happen on the radio. But apparently on Spotify, like they like can just suppress people's music. Like if you're like Tekashi 6ix9ine, for example, like he's obviously the biggest
But I don't
controversy.
understand. Why is that a problem?
But suppressing somebody's music
Yeah, it's
on
their
a platform.
It's their platform.
I think it's a slippery slope. This is just really my slippery train of thought. It's like, well, if they can, but actually, it's not that big of a problem, really. Now that I think about it, because that's what radio does, right? Because you pay for that privilege, and these playlists where the most popular songs are. Rap Caviar is one of the more popular ones that I'm familiar with, where they have all like the freshest artists and stuff. That is where, that's like the new radio. Like if you're in that playlist, you're booming. Now, it's not that I have an issue with it because I listen to a lot of music, but I just thought it was interesting that Spotify is becoming the new radio, right? Because like I don't really listen to like up and coming and new artists. Recently, I started to, But I just thought it was an interesting thing because like that happens a lot in other places, right? Like Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, where certain things are, not, what is it, like pushed? What do you call it when you do something online, when you spread it around or whatever? So I got a term for it. I forgot.
I don't know.
Yeah, I just thought that was interesting that like Spotify can just choose to do that, right? Because they did that with R. Kelly, right?
I know that
Fuck
they did
R.
that
Kelly,
with him.
man.
Yeah, fuck R. Kelly. What are you gonna do?
Piece of shit.
Yeah, and
By the way,
what about Michael Jackson?
I never actually fucking liked him. He's like one good song, and everybody tries to make this big deal, like, oh, he's such an incredible singer. Like, not
It
really.
sucks because how do you separate the art from the artist? And
It's not even that. It's that even I didn't even like his music that much. Like, what's
yeah,
a
no-
good song?
Well, we're
besides-
talking about
Ignition.
like
Yeah.
for
That
those
song's not
that
that
did
good.
like his music. We're talking about for the people that did like his music.
Oh, okay, fine. I guess
Then
Yeah,
it's
fine.
very hard to separate. Like, I
Oh,
want to
yeah.
listen to this
Yeah, like
song,
Michael
but I
Jackson, too.
hate that person.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently the whole Michael Jackson thing. Did you guys ever watch the documentary?
Or something like that, right? That like with his controversy and everything, like
Yeah.
people probably were like,
Allegations.
yeah, the
Allegations,
allegations. People didn't really
did
want to
it.
support him. However, the music
tough,
is
man.
still good. So
Yeah,
it's
it's
like,
tough.
what do you do?
He dated Elvis Presley's daughter, right? What was her name?
Did he?
Yeah.
Michael Jackson did?
Yeah. Right? Am I got this right?
That
right?
might
I
be
don't know.
too
His
deep
daughter.
down the gossip lane that I would know. But
No. That's I'm surprised because I know this because I grew up listening to Michael Jackson a lot. I even had some of his VHS like music videos because I remember like my mom put me on and she was like, "Oh yeah, his music videos are like they're like small movies," and I remember
hate
one
that.
of them.
I hated that.
Really, you didn't
Drake's
like?
doing
His
that
music
now, too.
videos.
Yeah. Like
These-
when they're too long. Like I'm not here to watch a short film. Like
That's interesting. Yeah,
I'm here to like listen to the music and like see what the video is. But like if
I've
you're gonna
stayed
make
away
it-
from music videos for a long time, so I only know a couple.
Mhm.
But I feel if the music video isn't good, it ruins the song for me because then that's all I
Really?
see. Oh,
Oh,
absolutely.
that's weird.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. There's this reggaeton song, El Farsante.
hmm
They didn't date. They were married.
That right, they were married. I said date. I'm sorry. Dating is like the new thing.
Well, they dated.
And then they got
You never
they
know.
got
Maybe
married.
They just,
That's-
maybe they
Like,
just
I-
know each other. Hey, you want to get married?
like he must have been fucking mad.
Unless it was an
bitches, like-
arranged or a marriage
Yeah,
or
exactly.
yeah.
yeah, because just like a final thought on that. Like apparently one of the allegations against him, the alligators, the one of the people who accused them of whatever, like he dropped the case or whatever. Like he lost that case. Like whatever he was trying to prove, like it didn't pan out. One of the two people that was part of that big documentary, right? Escaping Neverland or whatever it was called, Leaving Neverland, whatever the fuck it is. Yeah. Yeah. No, but his like for me, like I can still listen to Michael Jackson's music and just push whatever those allegations were. I mean, like we don't know; they were just allegations, right? There's no like.
I don't look.
Yes,
I don't,
ignore-
If you
ignore
like
the
evidence,
allegations,
If you
right?
like the song, listen to the song. Like who-
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. No, if you like the song, yeah. If you,
I don't know. It's tough.
It's not like because if there's like a
Well,
new
he's-
person, if
I
there's a
mean-
new person who had all this stuff like coming out as they were like becoming like more and more popular,
Mhm.
obviously they would never make it.
Yeah.
But it's when it's something like his case where he was mega popular and then this sort of stuff started coming out about all the allegations and stuff.
Mhm.
Then it gets really tough
Yeah.
to like separate it. But
Well, his like, and there's right now like a lot of
and there are still people that deny it too. Which
Deny
is
what?
crazy.
I'm sorry.
Michael Jackson.
Oh right, yeah. That they just like straight up. Well, yeah. The same thing with Bill Cosby. Like there are
that's
people.
what I was about to say because there are a lot of
Yeah,
people.
but who is denying the thing with Bill Cosby?
No, there are people. There are people who are like, okay, so this is the thing.
But it ruins the show. You know what I'm saying? That was
Fuck
like,
that show.
Well,
I actually never
again,
really
for
watched
people
it.
I
that
used to-
liked it.
I
just
did like
you.
it. I used to watch it all the time on Nick at Night and all that shit.
Really?
That was-
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh man, every fucking day, weekdays or whatever. You
Yeah,
know
he
what I mean?
because they stopped rerunning it. And,
Yeah, they stopped running.
Yeah.
I'm
Right,
sure
they're never
it's
gonna run
probably
it again.
still now it's probably not showing, but it was still like running for a very long time.
Yeah.
And probably
Yeah, it
cut
ran
it
for,
off
like-
of everything once
Yeah.
all that shit started coming to light. But I did used to like the show, but now it's kind of different with him. I don't know
because
This
if you
is
go
like,
back and watch it, like people that say that like you can pick up on things about
That's
what's
what I'm
going
saying.
on.
That
Yeah,
ruins it already. Like
Yeah.
you wouldn't be
Right.
able to go if you enjoyed watching it, and now you hear all these allegations. Then obviously the whole.
Well, hopefully the four people that listen, don't feel that way like you do, because otherwise they just won't see Tenet.
I didn't say anything bad about.
Yeah, but we pointed out a lot of flaws. I think not all of them.
Yeah,
But,
but it wasn't anything to do with like
He just doesn't
the
like Christopher
actors themselves or like the director, where it's like they've been in shady people in general.
Right.
It's if you just look at it from an art stand-up, point of view, then yeah, we did say something that was, some things, it wasn't that bad. It was just our opinion. But what I'm saying is, like for Bill Cosby, people might have enjoyed that show. And then you hear all this stuff, you see this all go down. And then it's like, well, now I can't see the show the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're not able to separate the actor from his personal life to his work.
His predator side.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that they talk about for any aspiring actors like myself is teachers will tell you you have to separate the character from yourself. You can't judge the character because, like, imagine being somebody and you're asked to play Joker. Nobody's gonna. I mean, there will be people that are gonna cause like insane, hideous crimes like what he did, but you as the actor, you can't judge that because you have to try to portray it the best way you can.
Mm-hmm.
So.
That's interesting. I've never heard that before.
I figured of separating yourself from
not because like some of the best actors are a little crazy, right? If you think about it, because how do you maintain a certain level of like
discipline,
like you said, like separating yourself from a character that you play, and at the same time living a normal life? Well, you don't live a normal life if you're a really good actor, right? Like I just assume people like Johnny Depp.
Why?
Because it's like I can understand the idea of having an ego.
Hold on, but the thing about like, all right, it's not all right, not regular. Like obviously, like somebody who works a 9 to 5.
That's the only thing I agree with him, and that is the regular part. He's right. Like you wouldn't be able to do a 9 to 5 or like be able to go to your house and just like go get groceries or something like a normal person. Mm-hmm. That part of your life will change.
Well, no, you'd be surprised. I mean, because I heard
there's some actors that try to do it, right?
But it's like still do it too.
Like to not be bothered. It'd be like me walking down the street.
Some people can pull out because like Samuel Jackson, who's obviously super fucking famous and everything. I've heard him talk about like, I still go to the grocery store. I go to the park and walk around and all this shit. It's like, nobody bothers you.
Yeah, but he's the coolest black person I know. And at the same time, it's
what do you mean?
No, because he really
I mean, I'm not disagreeing.
He's that motherfucker, He's that dude.
He's that motherfucker.
He's that motherfucker. No, he's a real badass.
It's the one that says bad motherfucker.
Yeah, he's a bad motherfucker. I feel like there are like Keanu Reeves. He's one of those people who claims to be regular. It's just the amount
of those that are like normal. I don't like
how he said that. Why did you have to? I'm sorry. I apologize.
Wait.
Why did you have to say it like that? Keanu Reeves claims he's like this normal or whatever. Fuck.
Because I do.
What was that about? What did he do to you?
No, because I feel like
you got one of his movies sitting right there.
No, I love him. Don't get me wrong. He's breathtaking. What I'm saying is like I believe
which is an excellent film.
I believe he can be a regular person. I just think that there is this level of like, everybody knows you're Keanu Reeves, but you have to pretend like you're separating yourself from Keanu Reeves and you're trying to be like your regular self, right?
So you just think he's being fake when he goes out?
No, I actually don't think he's being fake, which is really funny to me because I've seen him in a lot of interviews and stuff, and never once does it come off as like him trying to think of a witty answer. I think he's being himself.
A nice guy.
Yeah, he really is just a genuine guy. And isn't it due to like his unfortunate tragedy, right?
Yeah, I don't want
to bring it up either, but I just want to make sure if you're aware, right, of what happened.
I don't want to bring it up, but
it's not our place.
It's not our place to bring. Because for me, that's just where I thought a lot of that came from. Like
absolutely.
Yeah, I thought a lot of that came from like him being like a different person. I mean, everybody handles loss differently, but I'm sure if that had a lot to do with it, I mean, he's a really chill person. I mean, I've never met him.
Subject.
I know, right? But being an actor, I'm sure like just trying to be yourself and then like being a really hardcore actor, like a method actor, like what Heath Ledger did, obviously. Why do we keep talking about dead people?
Well,
that's not what I meant. I meant like just you don't have to get into detail about his dark past.
Who's
Keanu Reeves?
No, I was talking about Heath after that, but
even then, it had nothing to do with the character.
I've heard rumors that the Joker role
it didn't. Yeah, all right.
It's just a rumor, but
rumor? About like that's what drove him crazy, and that's what drove him to like
Heath Ledger
take his life, which is like that. It really had nothing to do with the character, at least from what. Yeah, it probably didn't, but it also wasn't like the from the people that spoke about him, like, you know, after he was done with the movie and started working on something else, it was like, no, he was just, you know, he was done with that part, and that was it.
Is it fucked up to say that like him dying
Probably.
is like for the role of the Joker, like that he
He
Joker.
didn't die for that though.
No, what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. He had already started another project,
Yeah.
which he
Oh,
was like,
which one was it?
yeah,
He was in
it was
Just,
The,
yeah, if you could pull it up real quick. Yeah,
something
no.
of Doctor.
Doctor Strange.
No.
No, Doctor.
Is it in Doctor Strange?
Doctor Who?
No.
He was British, right?
The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus.
Yeah.
What a
Oh
great
yeah,
name.
oh yeah, he was in that one. Yeah.
What
It was a
I
long
remember
name,
it.
so I was like,
Johnny
I'm
Depp
not
in that
gonna
movie
great
too, or
title.
was he
Johnny
the
Depp
leader?
was in
Oh, he
that movie. The guy that was just in Spider-Man.
Miles
It's
Morales.
funny because
No.
the thing.
No,
the
no, no.
second- The
Tom Holland
second
was
thing
in
that
that movie?
comes up.
No. The Mysterio.
Oh, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yep, he was in that movie as
I
well.
love Jake Gyllenhaal.
He was.
Yeah.
He was Mysterio.
Yeah.
No. I'm talking
No,
about
in that movie.
Outrageous Imaginatarium.
No.
What is it called?
Boy, there's a lot of heavy hitters in here.
Yeah, there was a lot of people working on that movie.
Wait, my
He had
favorite-
already and they finished the movie.
Yeah, my favorite
Yeah, they
Heath Ledger
finished shooting
movie
it, but
is.
I think he passed in the middle of.
Yeah, so
Whoa.
what they did
They-
was that's why they casted more.
Oh shit. Okay, see, I didn't.
But
know
he
that.
already-
No, but
he
they,
was-
They changed the editing of the movie so that he's still in it, but like after he.
Because
Passed,
he is still in
he's
the
sort of-
end.
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, on the subject of dead actors, like I don't like what they did to Leia, to Carrie Fisher, rest in peace. Bro, like what? It's such a shit show without getting off on a rant about Star Wars. But I don't, even though they got permission from her family to put her in the last film, they should have done something else. That's just my opinion on that.
What would you have done differently?
They should have, like, there should have been a time skip where she dies or something, and then just pick up the story with the rebellion, like on their last, like, hope, right? Like that would have been like a clever
Well,
way.
what did you have an issue with how they did it?
Obviously, it's just unfortunate that she passed away, and that we never really got to see Han, Luke, and Leia in the same fucking room with Chewie also, which is one of the biggest. Like it
Well, that wouldn't have happened anyways, even because before she passed,
Please don't talk shit about my movie. What I'm saying is,
it wouldn't have happened. I mean, if you
Shit
look
all
at the
over it.
first,
Just shit all
episode, what, 7?
she was in that one, yeah, 6 and 7.
No, she was. What I'm saying is, no, it was 7, 8, and 9 that came out.
Right, yeah, 7, 8, and 9.
So 7, Han Solo dies. So
Yeah, that
they
was
wouldn't have
expected.
been together.
That was expected.
That's what I'm saying. They wouldn't have been all together anyways because she doesn't pass away until later. But they already have killed Han Solo's character off by that point.
See, look, and that's another issue.
So that has nothing to do
No, but
with her
Yeah.
her final role in the final movie.
No, but see, that's another issue because they did meet up, right? They see each other, Han and Leia. They meet up in the first right of the new trilogy.
But Luke hadn't been introduced yet.
Luke had not.
So
been
none of
introduced
them passed. All three of them were not together.
And that's what I'm saying. Like they had to have. They didn't, and that's what one of the parts that pisses me off most. Because like I cried when Luke died, realizing that they're never gonna get a scene together, right? He never.
With who?
With Han, Chewie.
Han was already dead by that point. So
Yeah,
they
but by the
couldn't do
logic
it.
of Star Wars, you can come. You're still alive after you die in the Force, which is stupid to me because you at the end they show Luke and Leia, alive in the Force realm,
Uh-huh.
and to me it's like, okay, if you have the power to fucking survive a missile attack, Leia, and come back. You don't have the power to communicate to Han. Like, is there some heaven that he went off to or something? Like, that's just the logic for me. That's like, why couldn't we get them all in the same room before they
So
decide?
you would have wanted them together, all whenever because I believe I haven't rewatched the last one because it was just a train wreck, but I believe towards at the end it was like Yoda, Obi-Wan.
That's the episode. That's episode 6. At the end, they edited. What's his name?
No. They
Anakin?
did it in the. They did it in the.
They did. It was just Leia and
Episode
Luke.
6. No, that's not episode 6.
Yeah. The last new Return of the Jedi. Yeah, Return of the Jedi. They're partying with the Ewoks.
No, that's not the one that I'm talking about. Just the new movies.
1983.
No. Oh yes, 1983. Yes, that's what
I'm talking about the new movies.
Which one
They
are you
did the
talking
same thing.
They did, but they didn't show the rest of the people. They just showed Luke and Leia and their old selves.
Yeah, I'm done. We would have to rewatch this to.
Wait, no, because you're telling me it happens at the end of
page.
the film, right? That's what you're saying?
Yeah, they get Yoda comes back in the Force.
I'm cool with watching all the Star Wars movies if that's where we're going.
I know. I have the whole collection. No, yeah, except the last
It's
two.
all about you. You have to throw that out.
Yeah, just to be clear, I don't have the last two because they don't exist.
Well, they exist. They're on Netflix.
I
They
believe.
exist, they're just shitty,
I just
apparently.
consider them like epilogues. You know how like an epilogue is kind of like an afterword or whatever. I just think that's what I
Yeah,
think
it's
of
in the
them.
title.
You have to just accept them.
I don't. I remember I wrote a really long Twitter rant.
He's not the only one though.
No,
You
I
know?
understand, but
So
if
many
you're
people.
even if you don't like what they did with it,
Mm-hmm.
if you're a fan of the franchise, you're gonna have to take the L's. I'm sorry.
Yeah, whether you like it or not, that's
Yeah.
part of the
problem
chronology.
is that like I'm gonna be a grown ass
I think that's
fucking
why we
man
say
by the
that.
time they make another good Star Wars film. I know the Mandalorian is good,
It is very good.
and
It is
Bill
very-
Burr's in it.
Huh?
Bill Burr's in it.
yes, he is in one of the episodes.
Yeah, I think he's in a few.
He's in the first season.
Yeah.
He's in the first season. He's like
I
one
know
of the
he's
bounty
in there.
hunters.
I just can't picture him in what.
Bill Burr
he's
has come a
Bill
long
Burr can
way
do
for
anything.
sure.
He's the best.
He is really,
He's
he's
so
really
fucking
good.
funny.
He's under for me. He's like one of the freshest comedians on the scene. I mean, he's not the freshest. What I mean is like he's risen.
because he's been around.
No, he's been around. What I'm
Very
saying like
long.
he's
One of
risen
the
to
best.
to what is it? He's got like good notoriety around him now because he's like this. He's one of these new. He's like brought comedy to where like this
Not
is just
new. I
this is just
wouldn't-
my take. Where like we're just where he's just like calling shit out. You know, like you know what I mean? Like he's calling people
But that's
out.
what he's been doing.
Yeah, he's been
his
doing that
whole
for a long
forever,
time.
Yeah, but now because he was on SNL, right?
Mhm.
And that SNL skit,
Man, I thought
monologue?
that was great.
right?
I
that
thought it was
was
so
good.
funny, but the
I haven't
audience
seen Dave
wasn't
Chappelle. He was just on
wasn't
there.
registering with the audience.
Yeah, it's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like he was like they were afraid to laugh, right?
Yeah, I hate that.
That was weird. It's like
so
how do you
annoying.
go watch a show about comedy and be afraid to laugh? And they let him basically almost say whatever he wanted, right? I think he
Well,
did
yeah.
say whatever he wanted.
He said what he wanted to
Yeah.
say, and then as I was watching that, I was just like, I mean, I think it's funny, but obviously, the crowd sort of doesn't. So it's probably those
You could almost
bits
feel
still
the
need work.
tension, right? You could almost feel like there are these people in the crowd that are like, "Oh,
I was on his side for it the whole time. I was just like, dude, you're absolutely being funny. These people are like, yeah, they're scared because they think like, oh, God, the boogeyman's gonna come out and like,
Yeah, like the thought police is gonna be
Yeah,
like, "Oh
come on.
shit!" Like
Can't stand
they
it.
got me thinking the wrong idea about
if
people.
something is funny, it's funny, okay?
Yeah,
Don't
it was
fucking-
fun. Yeah, like don't.
Well, they're just self-conscious about themselves. I mean, that's
yeah,
all
exactly.
it is.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really- it's so stupid.
No, yeah, Bill Burr, great guy. You know, he is. I do like his rants.
Great comic. I don't know him personally.
Yeah, that's
I
all.
think he's awesome.
Uh,
The
I'm
only
sure-
thing that I would have
I'm
changed
sure he's
about
a great
that.
guy,
I'm
too.
sure he is a regular dude.
I
Yeah.
listen
I
to a
don't
lot
know.
of him on podcasts and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't
He's
hear.
awesome.
I didn't listen to him a lot when he had hair, but now that he has no hair, I listen to him a lot.
That's
more.
what really drove him.
That's what the driving
That's a way.
force is.
It's like yeah.
You can't have competition with the hair. You're like, I'm only gonna listen to Paul.
No, it's just how I
That's
remember
why you like
things.
Joe Rogan
I
so
think
much?
that's why you think.
No, Joe Rogan. I
That's
don't.
why he's new, right? Because you're like,
Yeah.
oh, who's this bald guy?
Oh, this guy's bald.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna start
'Cause,
liking
like,
him now.
Yeah.
Bill Burr with hair. I'm not saying he wasn't good. I just remember Bill Burr with hair. Like, I'm like,
In my opinion, he was funnier back then than I think he's funny now. I
think-
just think he was funnier back then.
yeah.
I think
I
he's
don't
getting
know.
better and better.
I wouldn't know.
That's because I think it's just more because almost I don't know. What I've seen is comedians now are really taking which I'm pretty sure you love, all the political stuff. That's where some of their material is really coming
Mhm.
from.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm sorry.
And that's why I think people are afraid to laugh, is because they're more self-conscious about like if I laugh about this, then I think the same way,
hmm
and that might not be right for some reason.
Yeah.
To not have your own opinion is
Yeah.
not right, which is
Which
kind
is
of weird
to
because
think about it, yeah.
America stands on the whole.
I think it is. If you don't, wait. So you repeat that again? Sorry. I want to make
Which
sure
part?
my thought comes out.
Yeah, no, yeah, you're right. Repeat that. Just say the last thing you said about whatever you were just saying.
Oh, like people shouldn't have their own
See,
like
why am I talking?
opinions or some shit. Like
No, what I'm saying is, what did I say?
Oh,
Exactly.
Play this back. No, it's just okay. So people were afraid of laughing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because if that issue that he might have brought up that was funny,
Mhm.
but there still have like an underlining issue there.
Mhm.
Like even though it's comedy,
Mhm.
there is like sometimes a message whether the comic meant it that way or not, but that's
Mhm.
how people take it.
Mhm.
So if that
that
message,
is so annoying. By the way,
Well, it is.
like especially like hearing comics talk about that, like they make a joke and it's like that doesn't mean like that's what they believe.
Correct. It's
you know?
the way their mind works that it's funny.
Exactly.
But when people listen to it,
Like
it
when an
might be an
audience-
actual
yeah.
thing, and they're like, I don't want to laugh at that because
Like,
I don't want to
agree
seem
with
like
that.
I am agreeing with
Yeah.
this.
God
Which
damn it.
the whole point of comedy is just entertaining you. And if you think something's funny, even if you don't like agree with it, right? If I hear like I don't know, a joke about a gay person that might be a bit offensive,
Yeah.
I'm not laughing at the actual like that's offensive. I'm laughing that
'Cause that
it
was a good
came
joke.
out funny. Yes,
Yeah. I'm laughing
I
that
will
it's
laugh at.
offensive
Well,
sometimes.
yeah.
It's funny. Look, some things are just funny when they're offensive, and it's like it doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It's like no,
no,
can
but if
see
it's like when
how this
people
is
laugh
funny.
at that, even if it's not, even if it was offensive, let's
Yeah.
just say because, offense is taken, not given. So something that you may say may not offend me, but may offend him,
Mhm.
and vice versa. It just depends how the person takes it.
Yeah.
That's why people say, "Oh, I took offense to that." It's because that's how you received it.
That's why everything when I try to make you laugh, and I want him to take offense.
That's yeah.
That's exactly. right there.
Yeah, no, that is a funny thing, right? I think that's happening more and more often now, where you're talking to somebody and someone out of fucking nowhere is like, "I'm offended by that."
Yeah, and that's
Yeah,
like
like,
that's
go
none of
fuck
your
yourself.
business.
It's really
Exactly.
weird. It's
Yeah.
really strange that
And if you
actually
took
just
offense
happened.
to that, walk the fuck away.
Yeah, like it's for me. It's always
Yeah, like I don't understand. I'm sorry to cut you off,
No, it's
but
alright.
you do rant anyway. But
yeah.
you know, like I haven't
Uh-huh.
witnessed it myself because since I got here, all the comedy clubs are like shut down and shit. But like the whole idea, like behind the hecklers that really commit to
Yeah,
heckling,
yeah.
like,
Yeah, yeah.
what are you doing?
Mm.
Like, why are you trying to like?
That's a good point.
You're trying to like steal this person's thunder.
They're just
Like,
not giving
they're
enough
performing.
attention.
Yeah, like they're the ones that are performing. You're
Mhm.
not. If you want to go up there and think that you're funny, why don't you sign up for the 5-minute spot and see
Yeah.
if you can go up there?
They're
and
the
do what
most
doing.
selfish people
It's so insane.
on in this world because
It's weird.
you're not only it's one thing to be like I don't think you're funny so I'm gonna heckle you and then you get back and forth with it, but when there's an audience you're just ruining it for everyone else because they didn't come to see you, they paid to come see the
Yeah,
comic.
hopefully the comic is good enough to like turn that shit around, right? Because there's some people can really turn a heckler around
Yeah.
and put them on their ass.
Sometimes you get a pretty good heckler that might even stump one of the
Yeah.
best comedians. Like, oh,
Yeah.
damn it! All
Now
right.
you know what would be
that was
funny
pretty
if we
good.
call our followers hecklers, right? Because if they're just constantly telling us what the fuck to do or say,
No.
or
Anyways, you were saying about
fine.
subject change.
no, yeah, calling them hecklers, that'd be funny.
What were we talking about?
I said
Yeah.
you said something about subject change. I don't know.
Yeah, like what Lady Gaga calls her fucking fans little monsters.
Oh yeah, she does call
Oh, does she?
her fans little monsters.
I don't know if she still does. I never.
Whatever she calls them. No, yeah. What happened to the list you wrote? You told me you had a list of things you wanted to bring up.
That's actually the opposite of what I said. I said I don't have anything.
No,
to bring
what the
up.
fuck were we talking about the other day? I was gonna bring it up. That shit was hilarious. I was like, oh, I'll bring it up tomorrow. It was about having parties and like the one that we were at Pampas. We were eating and you're like,
Uh-huh.
oh, I wanted to bring something up, and you were like, oh, what the fuck?
I never said that.
No.
Let the record show.
Let the
I
record show. Can we,
never
where's the
said
stenographer
any
at?
of
Can
that.
we- Can you read that back, please?
No.
No, yeah. You know what really grinds my gears? Washing clothes, right? Like women must have
I
a
can
hard. Women must have a really hard time because like I don't have long. I don't have no because like clothing items, right? They're all like, oh, you have to find a way to. You have to clean things right a certain way, like darks with darks, whites with whites, and mix colors.
Can I tell you?
What
I've
do you-
never done that once.
Really?
I throw everything together.
Okay, see, this
And
is,
it comes
it
out
must
fine.
be just a guy thing.
It comes
Right.
out perfectly fine.
Because I know women, right? Most of the women that I've dated, they're all like very anal about the way we wash, about the way you wash your laundry. Like you have to do things, and you can't. Like I've never lived with a girl, but like I could imagine that like if she told me to do laundry and she's like, "Oh yeah, can you also do my laundry?" I would fuck it up, right? Because I know that like there's ways to wash something, right? Like
What was the air quotes for?
because I agree with you. Like as a dude, I'm just like
No, but there are ways.
there are ways to
without the air quotes.
Because it's weird. It's weird to me because like I'm not like super into. I am super into clothing, but I'm not like clearly, but I'm not like super like.
Same shirt every episode.
I just don't know how to take care of clothing. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, I guess.
Like if you like, it's asking for delicate wash, cotton wash, hot wash. I'm like, it's just like,
Put it all in warm, and it's gonna be fine.
Yeah, like I
Put
was
it in the warm water.
Made down the middle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a happy medium.
Yeah, I googled it. It's like if something is dirtier than normal, use hot, like the hottest water setting, and for dark clothing, it's cold water.
Mhm.
Delicates uses like lukewarm water, and then, you know, depending on what kind of material it is, you either air dry it, or you fucking, you know, you throw it in the tumbler, in the dryer or whatever. But for me, like, as a dude, I don't think too much about like, oh, I gotta make sure I separate my delicates from my blacks and my delicates from my whites. Like Grinch, you know, I'm sure if there's any women in the comments, like, when you're washing your bras and like lingerie, do you just throw it in the thing, or like, are you telling me that or do you have really
But
expensive
there are
bras?
men who
Those have
really
to-
care about their
I think
clothes.
those have to air dry though.
What happened?
Bras and shit. I think those have to. So like they'll throw them in the wash and then like hang to dry.
Yeah, like I wouldn't know. I don't wear bras.
I don't know why I know that, and I'm not sure if it's true, but it's just something that's.
That's how I lived with a
You've lived with a woman.
before, and that's
I
exactly
mean, I
what
have
they
too,
do.
but I never like
Yeah.
my mom and my sister stuff. I never saw it like draped over.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe
that's
they
what-
hid it, so that's nice.
I don't know. Like for me, like
I would think so, and not just have them.
yeah, not just
Out
out
in the living
hanging
room.
out and about and
But
shit.
I mean, like, if I grew up with that, I wouldn't know any different. But like, just you know, from where I was, it's like I never really saw it around.
Yeah.
But also, yeah, my mom and my sister did the laundry mostly, and me and my dad were like at the shop just
Yeah.
fucking working.
Yeah, my mom would do my laundry, and like she started dating somebody, and it really pissed me the fuck off because she would get my socks mixed in with his, and I'm like, "What are you doing, ma? Like, these are my socks, these are not his." That would actually really get me really upset. I was
Me
like,
too.
"What the fuck are you doing?"
Why? Because
Not-
the
I
socks
don't
were all
wanna share my
together,
clothes.
or
I
Oh,
don't
wow.
want. Yeah, I don't want my clothes in the same
I don't-
clothes.
No, I don't care if they're washed together, because it got to a point where me and my dad sort of started I grew up to where we're sort of the same size, so
Mhm.
we could basically share clothes.
Yeah.
But
Like sharing underwear and
she
shit?
would mix our stuff around. Like I
Yeah.
didn't care when he would wear it. I would jokingly give him a hard time, like that's
Yeah.
my shirt.
Yeah.
Why are
that's
you
what you
wearing
do.
my
Yeah,
shirt?
you just bust
And
his
he's
balls.
just like,
Yeah.
"What is my thing?"
Well, I'm not talking about sharing though,
No, but
because
let
you were
me-
like,
Mhm.
don't mix them.
Yeah,
No,
I
no,
don't
no,
give a
but-
fuck about that.
Where were you going with this? I was interested. The idea that because your mom washed both your
Yeah, so
clothes and
she
his
wore.
clothes.
Yeah, so she would wash all our stuff together.
Yeah.
And then like we like go out to dinner or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'd get dressed, and then sometimes like he'd be wearing like my shirt or my jeans or some shit, and after a while it sort of became sort of a joke between us, because he'd wear it on purpose knowing that it's my shirt,
yeah.
and we'd go out and I'd be like, that's my shirt. He's like, no, fuck you, this is my
Yeah, I
shirt.
know.
And
Yeah,
shit
I
like
know.
that.
I'm wearing it. No shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, girls do that, right? Like with friends.
I don't know.
No, yeah, they do. They're like, oh, can I borrow that? Can I borrow your toy?
I have sort of a similar thing that's kind of like that. I don't know if you guys do this. So with my friends in Florida, it was more of a recent thing that sort of started. It was like we basically not share our clothes or whatever, but like, so if we were all hanging out, for example, at my buddy's house, and like they were like, oh, let's go to the pool, or let's go swim let's go to like Oleta River or some shit like that.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, I didn't bring any swim trunks. And they just, they give you like basketball shorts or something like that.
Yeah.
And then you just don't really give them back.
Yeah, that's true. That happens a lot with dudes. What the
yeah.
fuck?
Like I have a pair of shorts that are my buddies.
Yeah.
And like I wore them to like, cause we went swimming or whatever.
Yeah.
So then I took them, when I was done, and I washed them, whatever. And then they just sort of never really made their way back to him. But that motherfucker's got my he's got my Oakleys.
Whoa, no.
And
See,
then
items like that, no, you gotta
There's
give them
something
back.
else. Oh,
I-
these flip flops that I'm wearing right
Yeah.
now. They're not mine. They're a buddy of mine. 'Cause
Okay, that's
we went
weird.
swimming again. That's not weird.
It's
It was
not that
again. It was like we were gonna go like swimming or fishing or some shit. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'm not.
I get the
was wearing
part
jeans and
about
sneakers and
letting
shit.
somebody borrow clothes, but keeping it.
It just happens. It's not
It
like
does
it's not
happen, yeah.
intentional. Like I'm keeping this shit now. It's more like, oh fuck, I still have this. And then every time you meet up, you just forget to
Yeah,
bring
and
it.
then your buddy's like, oh, it's no big deal.
Yeah,
I'll
like,
let you
they're not
borrow them and
upset.
you're using them.
Yeah, I don't care
know.
that they have my sunglasses or whatever. Some other shit. They
Yeah,
got some
but-
other stuff.
Yeah, if they're just sitting in your closet, I'm like, hey, can I have it back, please? Like, don't just keep it. Like,
No, it was more
But
like
that's exactly what is happening because he's not wearing them every day.
for me. Yeah, for me it was more
Like, the
this
shorts is not
was
like
something.
it's-
Yeah.
No, for us it was more like the immediate stuff. Like this, he would wear every day, and like my sunglasses, I would wear every day. And now it's just like now I wear his shit
Yeah.
that's mine now, and he wears my sunglasses that are his now, basically.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, no. I just, yeah, see, for me, like, as a
Maybe you
dude,
just didn't have friends that were that close with you. Maybe.
Nah.
No,
he didn't.
I'm sorry. Maybe I can be that friend.
no, keeping stuff like I don't.
I don't think his stuff
because
would
we've
fit
been
Yeah.
again our ragers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I remember going to that person's house.
Yeah.
And I would forget, like I wouldn't have shorts or whatever to go to sleep because I would sleep over.
Yeah, but
Then it was like, oh, here's my shorts, whatever, right?
that's different. So like if
They're
you so like if we were at like the same thing, like
Mhm.
if we threw a party right now or whatever, and we all passed out or whatever, and the next day we're like, let's go to the pool, and I gave you a pair.
Or even like
shorts to
that.
borrow
I've
or
done the
whatever.
same thing like that, but it's not like
But I'm saying like
it's
if
not
you
a
kept them, I wouldn't be
bartering
upset.
kind of situation. It's not like I'm trading you for this because that's essentially what that sounds like. It's like, well, I got his flip flops. Now he has my sunglasses. We're kind of even.
But that's not.
And
But
it's
that
like-
wasn't the thought process. It was like I have. It's like all right. So we went fishing or whatever, and then I left with these because I'm not gonna put my sneakers on because they're all fucking. My feet are gross and dirty and whatever the fuck. And then it's like the next time we hang out, we don't bring it up. We're not like, hey, did you bring my flip flops? By the way, it's like no, it's.
Yeah, I guess
doesn't
I'm
come
just
up.
more of the like, if I have something of yours, I don't want to keep it for like, especially if you let me borrow something. Like I'm trying to get it back to you as soon as I can.
You're gonna be a great neighbor someday. Like when you ask somebody something for your neighbor.
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah,
Because that's
true.
a neighbor.
Yeah, because it's a neighbor. Yeah, you don't want to pitch.
Plus,
your
if
neighbor
my
up.
neighbor constantly asks me for my lawnmower, I'm
That'd
like,
be weird.
Dude,
Yeah.
go fucking.
Yeah, go
we
buy-
live in the same
go buy
neighborhood.
your own
You can
fucking-
buy a fucking lawnmower. All right, go fuck yourself.
Yeah. That
Once or twice, it's like okay. No, I mean, look, if you live in the same neighborhood, obviously this guy is
same
generally
tax bracket. You know what I'm
ish,
saying? Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe.
And
Yeah.
so-
True. Yeah.
Like, stop borrowing my shit. I mean, you're inconveniencing me. I'm happy to loan it to you, once or twice.
Yeah.
But for fuck's sake, if you're gonna come over here every week and be like, "Hey man, can I borrow your rake?"
It'd be weird if he's like using it as an icebreaker, but his only excuse is just to ask you to borrow things. Like
that would be weird.
That would be weird.
How badly? Do
Like,
you
where's
need
your
a friend?
fucking wife at? Where's your girlfriend at? Like,
Do you have any other friends?
do
that
you
can
have
borrow?
any other like? Are you just pretending to live next door to me? Like, what the fuck? Yeah, no, that's. When I was a kid, I used to let people borrow everything. Maybe I was just being a little bit too gullible. But talking about being gullible, I was on. So Tinder has been working for me, right? In terms of like actually communicating with the opposite gender, and I enjoy that dopamine rush of like, oh shit, I got a new fucking girl on my tail, or whatever, and so like, I'm a pretty gullible person. Like my gullibility levels have lowered to the point where like I like know when I'm being, what does it mean to be gullied or whatever? Being gullible, like what is that? What is the other? Like, whatever. The point is,
What do you mean to be gullible?
yeah, to be gullible. Yeah.
I think that's all it is.
Okay. Well,
You're
like,
saying the action of
Of-
being gullible? Is that what you say?
of
Gully?
being. What is it? Fuck. See, I'm fucking stupid.
Being, taken as a fool.
Yeah, like I'm like I know.
taken advantage of.
Yeah, taken advantage of. Like I know the line where like I feel like I'm about to be taken advantage of, versus before I'd be like, oh well, I mean I'm sure this person has good intentions. Now it's like, oh well, what the fuck are your ulterior motives? Like, is this all you
That's
want from me?
immediately where your mind jumps to. What are your?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
That's a terrible way to live.
Dude, it's because it is because like I have to sort of balance myself out. It's like because for me, like I've just been afraid of like getting caught up in something that I am not aware is happening. You don't want to be like, can you imagine like signing up for something and you had no idea what you were signing up for? Obviously, you wouldn't sign up for it if you didn't know what it was. I'm getting off track here. What I'm saying is, the Tinder profile.
He's starting to pick up on that. At least.
Yeah, Tinder fucking jebaited me. Do you get these?
What?
Jebaited.
Ooh, that's a word.
Yeah.
What is that?
They made me think twice about who the fuck I was talking to. So on Tinder, there's a bunch of these fucking bots. This is why I recommend everybody you go fucking verify your profile. Because to me, like it's annoying to get matched up with a girl who's not verified. Because then I'm skeptical. I'm like, who the fuck wants to talk to me? Like, you know what I'm saying? What did you get for Jebaited?
Couldn't you just say trolled?
Yeah, right.
But why?
I don't know. Jebaited has
Jebaited has a nice
swing to it.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
nice.
it. Yeah.
But I mean, just for future, I'd like no.
I was trying to actually
be able
to-
incorporate that more in my.
Yeah,
I
I'll
like
try to
Jebaited.
throw it in there.
Have the simplistic like definition of it ready too.
Okay.
Like, and then there's a new word. Now we can use jebaited all the time. Or what is it?
Jebaited.
Jebaited.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So I got
Yeah.
I get those secret
job,
admirer
David.
free like things where you can pick one of the people who's liked you, right, for free, but you have to choose from 4 of the fucking random choices, and 3 of those choices are just blank. So I click on I finally get a secret admirer card right, and it's a fucking dude. And I'm like, what the fuck? That pissed me off so much because I'm like in my
Is
head
your
I'm like,
thing set up for like men and women?
no. I double checked my settings. All right, I have my settings.
Well, it
at,
sounds like it was your fault.
It's seeking for women, preferably men.
Preferably
I have my settings at
open,
20.
but preferably.
Preferably-
My age range is between 25 to 35, and they like cheat the
really
system.
narrows it down.
That really does narrow it down. Because
Why? So you wouldn't want to date? Obviously, I get it. Not like 18 or 19, but any at least a couple years younger than you.
yes, I would. The thing, man.
I just want to point out how funny it is that everyone's sort of on the same page. Like, I don't want to date an 18 or 19-year-old.
No, there's
Yeah,
you would have almost. It's all.
Well, you're not going to talk about anything.
You're not
the
going to talk about anything.
conversation
No,
would
there's
be very basic.
very
I can't-
basic. What would it be like?
Unless she was like a huge slut in high school, the sex wouldn't really be
Whoa,
too great.
come
either.
on now, man. No, see, like, I don't know about that.
He
See,
took
All the
offense to
things
that.
that you say, that's what you get. That's how you
That's,
take offense.
I just wouldn't like fucking. I just wouldn't date anybody younger than like 23, maybe. Like
23?
23, yeah, 23 is pretty good.
So
And
2 years below you.
2 years is fine, yeah, because.
Because
Yeah.
that's kind of normal for
Mhm.
a guy to like date and get married to
Someone younger?
a woman that's younger than them. Yeah.
Yeah, it's because when they're young, they're easy to like, fucking
You go straight to manipulation.
manipulation.
That's exactly what I was
like,
like.
Yeah.
I was like, I wanted him to say it, but at least
You said it. I didn't want to say it. I was looking for a different word.
I think he did the right thing because you
Yeah.
were gonna like.
You
Dance
were gonna
around it.
try
I
to
was
do-
looking.
yeah.
I was pulling up my thesaurus. I was like, what's another word for manipulate?
How can it
Don't do
not
that.
be
They're
shady?
They're not
Don't
gullible.
do that.
They're very
Just-
gullible, No, but see, like 23 is good. But you're right. That's actually a really good point. Like, what the fuck am I gonna talk to an 18-year-old for?
What
Like,
are you gonna? Unless you're into.
they're like, oh my god, I just had AP Science. That shit was so hard. Mr. Eric is just giving me the hardest time.
No, I don't think that's not really because at least that leads into science.
Well, I mean,
Well,
if
you
she's
gotta
taking,
go back to see.
I mean,
Like,
well, at least she's taking AP courses. At least she's smart.
there are things to talk about. I'm just saying the
You're gonna run out of stuff pretty
probability
quick.
Yeah,
of
yes.
like the stuff that you have in common
Mm-hmm.
is not
Uh-huh.
very high.
No, yeah. See,
They
that's-
didn't grow up in the same era, so you really won't have a lot of things to relate to, but you
Mhm.
can still talk about. I mean, they're 18, 19-year-olds who are into politics, and that's right up your alley.
Yeah, but see, they don't know.
Yeah,
what the
why did you cringe your face at that? You
Because
like that
I
shit.
don't-
There are
know.
college students involved in all social justice issues. That's
See,
right up
the
your
thing
alley.
is that I used to be 18 and 19 and 20, and I didn't know shit. So I'm just assuming they're all stupid, like stupid in the sense that like they don't know
I
what the
take
fuck they're talking
exception to
about.
that. I was not one of those cunts.
Well, I mean, you're not a woman, so that's what I'm saying.
Oh, I thought we were just talking about.
Oh,
No, okay, no, right, but
that's really
no, but the idea, like, see, like my filters on Tinder are 25 to 35, but bitches still be lying on there. It pisses me off, honestly. Like, stop lying
About what?
about their age. It's like you're
But
telling.
what's happening?
Okay, so you can fake your age on Tinder, or you can fake your age on anything on the online and shit, and that's what I was getting back to earlier. The idea that I'm getting roped in to this algorithm because I thought my algorithm.
Wait, hold on.
Uh huh.
Let's stay on track.
All right, well, help me out here.
So
Brett.
what
I
happened?
mean,
So what happened?
whatever your name
So
is.
a woman lied. A woman lied about her age. What happened? Like she was older, or she was younger than what she was claiming to be.
She was younger.
That's a problem.
No,
how
it's
much
'cause
younger was she?
How much?
she was like 20, right?
And what did her profile
That's not
say?
that-
She said, "Oh, I'm not actually 25. I'm like actually 19, turning 20." I'm like, okay, this is not a good start. Like you're already lying to me. You know, don't do that.
They
Like,
may
why-
have started because some people use like the
Some
like
people?
yeah on like
Who?
face. Well, first of all, I don't know these people. If I knew them by name, I would name them.
Okay.
That's why I'm just generalizing and say some people. When for some reason, especially when we were like younger, and I still think they do it. They'll lie on like their Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Or
yeah.
other social, so it'll have something, it'll say like they're a couple years older.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you can't change that, right? So there's a feature on there that you just can log in with one of your already other social accounts.
On
So you
Facebook?
you can log on through Facebook.
I'm not
Oh
familiar
yeah,
with
no.
it.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So
Like-
it'll take your age that you have there.
Like for example,
your
like,
profile.
like your YouTube. If you're not signed in,
I see what
say
you're
sign
saying.
in through
Oh,
Google
okay.
or
Like,
He
Facebook
said
or
all of
something.
like three
Oh, like
words
what
and
it-
you got it there.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I don't know.
I was trying to keep the train of thought. I didn't realize you meant like, oh, once you input your data. Yeah, because they collect all your data. So
Yeah, so
would
they
assume-
may not have. I'm not saying that they're not lying.
No, yeah, I
'cause
know what you're saying.
maybe they are,
Yeah.
but they may not be able to change their
Yeah.
age because they already had it on something else.
Yeah.
That doesn't allow them to change it.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was funny because like this girl, it's a fucking bot. Because it's a fucking bot.
It only
'Cause-
gets better. Yeah.
Yeah, no, because like I hit them up on Instagram. No, she hit me up on Instagram because I started I keep saying her. This is whatever a fucking person in Korea or China or somewhere. Because their grammar was off.
Down the street.
I was on their Instagram looked like something they threw together, and I'm like, I don't see like anybody commenting anything actually productive because all of the comments were like dudes who look like Grinch commenting, oh, can I see some titties?
All right, now I'm in here.
Can
All
I
right,
see
let's
some
go.
ass?
But it's for me.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Grinch, but fine, whatever. So I just think it's weird because you're getting upset when you're looking for a romance on Tinder. Nobody's going on Tinder to look for a fucking girlfriend, except for you.
No, you'd be surprised.
You know what? No, you know. All right, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I misspoke.
Okay.
But generally, people are on Tinder.
Yeah.
They're not looking for a girlfriend.
I mean, I'm not looking for a girlfriend either, which is funny because this is what the bot asked me. They're like, "Oh, what are you looking for on Tinder?" And in my head, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, "Oh, should I just be blunt and be like, yeah, I'm just trying to fuck?"
So
or should
So you said it gives you three
what?
3 tiles or something, 3 random tiles,
The 4
or like-
random tiles.
and you can only pick one.
So it's like
That
if
sucks balls,
if,
man.
It is. It's
if
free.
we have like cards, right?
Yeah.
And I have 4 cards turned over, and I
Yeah.
say find the ace.
Right.
You're
okay.
You're just choosing whichever, and hopefully you get lucky.
and one of these
But I
likes.
thought you were paying for it. Didn't you say you paid for it?
No, I haven't paid for it.
Oh.
It's a $15 subscription fee, but
when
no.
you pay, you can turn over all 4 or whatever.
Mhm. Oh no, you can look at all the people who's liked you that you haven't matched with, but they like your
Oh,
photo.
and they'll see.
So
can
you
see
because you'll
everyone.
have likes, right? And it'll tell you you have a like,
Okay.
but it won't tell you who it is.
Motherfucker.
But
Yeah,
if you
no.
pay,
Oh, that's
not
What
that
it
you're
is,
paying,
if you-
but if you
you
pay,
go, yeah.
then you can see all. Of it.
If you go to where the likes are, you can see their profile photo, but it's all blurred. It's like blurry.
Oh.
So you can make out what they
It's
look like
the-
a little
the
bit.
witness protection program.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, because they're all blurred out, but you can kind of tell whose profile picture it is, so that when you come across them, you're like, oh, this is the same person that liked
I
me.
love that.
Damn, that's
The
some shit, though.
detective is
Yeah,
just,
you're like
But you can get lucky though if you pick the right tile, and then it's like
That-
some smoking hot babe.
oh yeah, I
and
got lucky.
you
I
guys
got a
really hit it
fucking
off.
dude.
or in his case,
or a nice guy.
A nice guy, yeah.
Nice guy
Which
with
is
a nice
fucking. That's not even the best
chest,
part.
Nice. What do women look for?
pecs.
Pecs. What do
Glutes?
women? You like?
I'm
what do you
definitely.
like?
Yeah, like he was like
Glutes.
Glutes.
No,
How
I'm
about
a
the bulge. You
I'm
look
a
for the
top.
bulge. You like the bulge.
I'm a top. If I were gay, I'd be a top.
But so you don't care about the bulge? That doesn't matter.
oh, you would not be a power bottom.
Now would be no power bottom. The bottom is the bottom, right? The guy who takes it.
Sure.
Is
Oh,
that how it
well,
works?
it's pitcher and catcher.
I'm the pitcher.
You're the pitcher.
I'm the fucking
You'd
pitcher.
be
I'm not
catcher.
getting that vibe. I'm not
Yeah.
getting.
Like, what'd you do if your son was gay? You don't want him to be a bottom.
I don't want to know any of that.
Yeah, I'd be
stuff.
like,
Yeah, I'd be like, man. Okay.
I'd be like, bro, you
It's like
better
what did
not be a
Michael
bottom.
Scott
Do you
said? Like
think, bro?
how you do that with another
I
man,
don't
I'll
need
never
beats.
understand.
Like who's? It's the same thing. Like parents sharing their sexual adventures
you
with their
don't-
kid.
What? Okay, that's weird.
Exactly. Like I don't look.
It
it's
doesn't
like,
change
do
what
your
sexual
thing. I don't need to
orientation
know
they
what-
have.
No, okay, actually, wait a minute. Like, have you ever had a good relationship with like a parent or something, and you're just kind of like talking to them about whatever you got going on, and they'd be asking like, "Oh, are you sexually active?"
He's going, okay, yeah. Every single time I talk to my dad.
Oh, there you go. You got a good relationship with your father, so
Yeah.
you probably tell him, "Yeah, I just fucking smashed like 30 women over the weekend."
Yeah, but I don't want to know what's going on with them.
Obviously, you don't
what
want
I
to know what
mean?
your parents are going on. But you talk to your dad, you're like, "Oh, you know, I just had a really great weekend with this female." And he's probably giving you some advice like, "Oh, did you use protection? Did you like have a nice time? Did you buy her dinner?"
Are you
Things-
asking or are you telling me?
I'm probably just
He's
rhetorically
imagining
asking.
all the stuff
that
I'm
he's
just gonna
telling
tell
you.
you what I speak about with my father. Thank
Oh, I'm
you
sorry.
very
It's
much.
all right. No, but like yeah, that's cool because like I forgot where I was going with this. My short-term memory is acting up again.
So this bot.
It's funny how your
Oh, the
short-term
bot.
memory fucks up all the time.
Yeah, it's
But
'cause I'm
when
not
you go
high.
on your rants, it seems endless.
I know, right? It's because I'm sober, not sober completely because of this coffee. The bot ends up telling me like, "Oh, what do you want?" I deleted the conversation, but I should have took screenshots of it and put it. We could have put it up.
Can you not tell the difference between Korean and like say like Mandarin or
I can.
Japanese?
I can.
So why did you say like it was either Korean or fucking whatever?
I'm making the okay. This is where I thought that was it because he told me.
That was a genuine question. I
No,
wasn't,
no,
like,
I'm
trying to
serious
tap you
because
or
this is
anything.
funny.
So what do you think it was?
He said, "Are you familiar? Are you guys familiar with
Oh, it's a guy too. I keep thinking it was a woman. Sorry. Yeah.
a PC game called Dota?
No.
Defend of the Ancients.
Wait. You were talking to this guy.
Who I'm assuming it's a guy, but the profile picture. and
Oh,
everything's a
okay.
woman.
I thought
Not
the guy that you
secretly
matched
admired.
with, you were like, I'm gonna keep talking to him.
No, but on that note,
Wait, I thought that's what was going on.
no,
he's now
the
talking
bot.
about something else.
The person
he
who
matched-
Change the subject.
Yeah, he matched with
a woman who I thought was a woman.
like the picture of a woman, but it was actually just
a bot.
a bot.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what you were
still
talking
going
Yeah,
on
I was
that,
still talking to the bot.
Yeah.
And and when you asked me about why I assumed they were like Asian or whatever, they asked me if what I did for fun, and I said I play video games a lot, and they're like, oh, me too, I play PC games, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Me not knowing yet that this person is not a woman, they then mentioned this game Dota 2, which is a very popular game on PC. It's a very old one, and it's popular, like it's got a big popularity in like certain Asian markets. And when he mentioned it, or the bot, whatever, I don't know why my first thought was, oh, he's probably like some dude on the other side of the country. That's what ticked me off. I'm like, he's probably like on his computer just like trying to bait people into signing up for their free cam show, right? That's how they get your information, which I thought was hilarious because it took me a second to realize it. Because the bot is asking me like, oh, what qualities do you look for in a woman? And I'm over here thinking seriously like, oh fuck, like what do I say or something?
Yeah, but what kind of? I haven't met a woman yet that says that.
I'm surprised you've met
like,
any.
You know what I mean?
What are you looking for?
Does he
in a-
want to
looking
compare
for?
numbers? This fucking circus clown.
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. What were you saying?
I lost my train of thought.
No, you were saying that you've
You
never
have
met
not
a
met a
woman.
woman that.
That speaks to like what kind of qualities are you looking for? In a woman?
Exactly.
Like,
It kind of threw me off. Huh?
Yeah.
I thought she was just trying to smash. Like I thought she was getting straight to the point.
especially on Tinder.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because like she asked me, what are you doing on Tinder?
But you didn't want to be that blunt.
No, I didn't want. I was
So you
this
were
close.
prepared to lie and say that you are looking for
Dude,
romance.
Dude, this is funny. You're right. I lied. I told her I was employed.
Oh, piece of shit.
Yeah, I told her I was employed.
So you're just as bad as the bot,
Yeah,
dude.
Dude, so
you're-
check this out. I told her I was because I was like, oh shit, she's probably gonna test me or something. I was like, what the fuck do I do? I immediately back out of the messages in Instagram and I follow one of my favorite people in the world, Jordan Peterson, and he had a little post, and the post said, the more you cheat yourself, the more you lie to yourself, the more you become less of yourself. And I look at the post, I'm like, damn, I shouldn't have lied to her.
You know how much of a problem I have with people like you that need that sort of like,
Reinforcement?
Yeah, man.
No, I
is
lied.
this something that somebody really need to tell you?
Yeah.
Somebody had to tell you this for you to like have that realization within yourself.
No,
like
look,
maybe I shouldn't be this way.
it's because I didn't want to lie to this bot who.
I don't mean like to give you shit because
No,
obviously there are a
it's-
lot of people like that, but I'm just like
No,
I
I don't-
expect more out of like people that I associate myself with.
Yeah,
I would almost call you a friend, but I'm still on the
I
fence.
know we're on the road there. No, but that's the thing. Like I don't like lying, but it's someone on the internet, right? So a
Yeah,
fib,
maybe, yeah.
a fib for me was like, oh, I could probably get away with it because like, what are the chances I actually meet up with this person? I then was like to myself, fuck, if I'm gonna be genuine, I should be genuine, even if it's somebody that I'm not going to actually meet up with. So I go back and I'm like, well, no, I used to, work for the thing I mentioned when I told the bot that I worked. And all they'd said was, oh, that's really cool. That's interesting. That's really awesome. And then they went on to be like, oh, what else are you into? Or like, oh, are you into sexy cam shows? And then that's when the conversation, that's when the grammar just took a dive.
Yeah. Yep.
The grammar took a dive and I'm like, this fucker. I immediately was just like, okay, I'm being baited. And in my head, I'm like, damn, like, this is not an actual
straight
woman.
From like, oh, what are your interests to, you can get a live cam for all of
She said, "Oh, do you
$6.99.
like sexy cam live?"
Oh my god.
I'm like, wait, is she being serious or am I being fucked
I'm
with?
starting to feel like you might be those kinds of people that
Yeah.
answer to those robocalls and you actually start like having a conversation with the person,
Oh
like,
God,
yeah.
no,
You know?
nah, fuck that. Nah, there's this guy who.
Tell me more about these steak knives.
Steak knives.
Wait, so you need my social security again?
Again?
Yeah, sure.
Bro, have you guys?
What about I just send you a copy?
Can I just send you my? What's your address?
Yeah,
I'll send you all of
your
my
address,
passport, my social.
It's crazy that it's how gullible people really are here in America. Like certain places in America that do get taken advantage
not just
of.
America though.
Yeah,
I hate when
it's-
people say shit like that.
Right?
You know what
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean?
talking shit about my country that I was born.
No,
in
it's not
and
even
raised in.
that. But it's like, don't stop trying to make it like it's like the.
It's people in
shittiest
the
place.
world.
It's
Yeah, no,
everyone,
people in the
it's
world.
all over the world.
Yeah,
you
no.
just said it was some Asian dude. Fucking
Who
God
I
knows
assumed.
where. So
Yeah.
who knows?
You assumed it was.
I assumed it was
which
an
it
Asian.
could just
it might have
be,
been an Indian.
That's true. Yeah.
It might have been.
or
an
it
Indian.
could be somebody from this country. It doesn't have
He
to
did
be.
say he was from
Especially in LA.
Glendale.
Yeah.
He said Glendale when I asked him, "Where are you from?"
Oh, that's not far.
Yeah, it's not far. So I was like, "Oh shit, I might be able to meet up with this woman."
Or Joe.
Or Joe.
Well, he
Yeah.
thought it was a woman in his defense.
I thought it was a
He
woman,
Thought it was
yeah.
a woman at the time.
I-
It might still be a woman. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's true. How did you find
Yeah.
out if it was a guy or not?
It's assumptions.
Oh.
Because she sent me the sexy cam link.
Maybe she was some fucking broad that just wanted you to follow her
Yeah.
OnlyFans or
Nah,
whatever.
but then like I literally waited like 10 minutes
Mhm.
just to test it because that's what happens with these people that
Did you
try to
look it
scam
up?
you. No, hell no, because the link was
Oh, you gotta pay.
no, the link is where you have to sign up for it. Like that's how the scam works. Like they tell you they're a sexy cam show, and then they just like they reel you in, and they're like, oh, if you want to watch me personally for free, all you have to do is reserve a spot and wait for me to go live. So you put in all your information, and then from there, they're able to just grab everything. Right?
Mhm.
It's like a cookie or whatever. I
Yeah.
forgot the term for the thing for it. Anyways,
There are cookies.
yeah, it's like a type of cookie. Yeah. And it really like pissed me off. I'm like,
Not
damn, like
cookies.
this motherfucker really thought he was gonna try and like get me because I did get
He
close
almost got
once.
you. He almost
Yeah.
got you.
Yeah, he almost got me.
They.
They-
Sorry, excuse me.
they-
Use the right pronoun.
Uh,
Yeah, because I
Zem.
I like watching
Watch it.
was it Catfish on MTV?
Yeah,
Oh, I hate those shows.
those are
They're
shows. Those shows are
hilarious.
fun.
Yeah, they're
I
hilarious.
just because I feel so embarrassed for these people.
Yeah, that's what.
I can't stand. I can't watch that shit. I can't. I'm
I'd
just
feel
like,
more embarrassed
dude.
for the people like who.
You should have sent them a message saying like, I just started talking to this person.
Yeah, I'd be like, I have an episode for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's the problem with me. I hate being super gullible. But like, can you imagine like you're talking to a really pretty girl? Hasn't this happened before? Am I thinking of like a skit where they hire a really hot girl for that virgin friend that everyone has, and then they're like, "Oh, dude, I got really lucky with this girl," but everybody in the group knows that she was a hooker
Or is a hooker.
or is a hooker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's just being a good friend.
right? I guess.
Hey man, look, Walter hasn't had a lot of
Yeah.
luck with the ladies.
Dude.
He's 20. He's getting up. He's still a virgin.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with being
Let's
a
take care of
virgin,
this guy.
except for this guy
I would
that
never do
I read.
that.
I read this fucking article the other day, a New York Post article. This 40-year-old virgin, hilarious.
Mhm.
He's a lawyer, right? He goes and tries to be a sugar daddy for these high school teen girls, right? Bro, I was in my head. I'm reading this, right?
That's a different relationship though.
Right. He was paying them for sex, essentially.
And everybody, and everyone's in on it. So
Yes.
it's not,
Yeah.
it's not like
He-
weird, and
yeah.
you don't have to like think about how we were talking about how
Mhm.
18, 19-year-old girls, you don't have anything to talk about.
Yeah.
In this situation, it's like, no, you know what's going on. You
Yeah, he-
get nice things,
And it's
I get
obvious he was
sex.
taking advantage of them because, when you're at that age, like if someone's giving you stuff, really expensive
I don't know
stuff.
about taking advantage. I mean, they make their choice to like.
Whoa, whoa. Don't talk about choice now because, like, at what age is it? You're at 18, you're able to go to war, but,
What's the blasphemous thing that I said? Make your own decision.
I was
And you're
probably-
like, whoa.
No, it's just I was going somewhere with
you're,
it.
You're pro big government.
No. I was going somewhere with it. The idea that, like, if they're too young, like, if you're, what age can you make?
Well, you said high school, like whatever. I'm assuming like 18-year-old.
No, they were, one of them, two of them were underage at the time. And one of them was turning 18.
That doesn't make.
It's
sense.
also depend on the age of consent, what state they're
Oh, yeah,
in.
that's true.
This
too.
was in Virginia. Yeah, I think it's 16.
I think it is 16.
I think
Yeah.
it's 16 and a
I
half
think
or
it's
something. And
I don't know if
um,
we count halves.
We have the internet.
yeah, like the article mentioned that one of them was still in braces. I guess that's like a way to.
Yeah,
You know
but
what? I'm gonna double. I'm not gonna look that up.
You don't have to.
I don't need.
You
that.
don't.
Yeah, you don't need that
You
in your
don't need
life.
that.
Let's not. Yeah. Let's
but
not further.
so let's just say, because I'm pretty sure it is 16. And people get braces when
He's
they're
looking
older as well.
Yeah, that's what I was
Like
gonna say.
even towards
Oh,
in high
thanks a
school,
lot,
people
bro.
still have
Thanks.
braces.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, you
If
can
you
get
want to,
braces
there's
as an
also
adult.
Invisalign.
I know.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with getting braces as an adult.
That's what I'm saying. So I
Oh, yeah,
get
of
what
course.
they're doing by like, oh, she was still wearing braces to make it sound even worse, but
Did they say that?
that's what he said. That
Yeah, then the
like,
article,
one of them
it
was
said
still wearing
that
braces.
one of them
and
was
it's
still
like,
in braces.
Yeah, but they may just want to fix their teeth
Yeah, but
later in life. I get it. When you think of braces, you think of a child.
How'd you stumble across this guy?
He was looking at how he can
Looking for
tips
tips.
and
No,
strategies.
no, this motherfucker was.
So if it gets any later for me,
Way
I have
to
to start
approach.
doing these things.
What do you?
Yeah, no, but hey, everybody, thank you again for tuning in to another West Coast Flagrancy podcast. We'll be here again next week. You already know what day. We have something special for you guys coming up too. We're going to be uploading a movie review. We're going to try our best to put up some shorter content because we know you guys have very short attention spans. But for those of you who like enjoying listening to us rant about bullshit,
Do you not want to build a fan base?
no, we love you. No, this is how we weed out the people who are like, look at these fucking talking heads. Yeah, no, that's I'm serious. Like, people on the internet are super mean. You know what I mean?
Ignore me.
That's
they
fine.
would-
Bring them on, dude.
I
Come
would
on.
love to.
It's
I
fun.
actually would love to bring on, like, if we did that, if we were that.
You guys ever see the celebrities read mean tweets?
Yes,
Oh god, it's so great.
That is
the
great.
best ones are the ones that are like
actually
playing along.
mean. Yeah.
Like they read the meanest ones and they're like, oh yeah, well, Jeremy, whatever. Yeah, fuck
you.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, no shit. You
No,
gotta
yeah.
talk shit about these people. Like, they're people.
Yeah, I would.
And you
li-
expect this you expect them to be like a certain way. It's like, no, they're still people.
no, yeah, we'll
You
do.
know what I mean?
We'll definitely do some reading hate comments if you guys actually wrote comments, because we know we know you're there. Don't
I
pretend.
think the
like you're
last
not.
comment that we got was by
A woman.
a bot.
Oh, right, it was a bot. I was gonna bring that up. That's
One of his lovers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
whatever.
it's one of my bot.
Oh well,
lovers.
hey, it's a follower.
Yeah. No, hey, but again, please, guys, please subscribe. It's free if you really enjoy our content. We do put some effort into this, even if it doesn't seem like we don't. We really do appreciate you guys listening, and we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.